Wait, yep. Okay, we're live.
Pressed it.
Press the button. Let's get it. Let's get live.
Pressed all
Okay.
3 buttons in sequence.
Let's go.
Okay.
You guys ever think? Hey Taylor, do you ever look at our numbers on like Spotify or Apple Podcasts?
I do sometimes. We actually got a Spotify Wrapped for creators. I probably
Yeah.
should have shared that, but I clicked through it. And then for some reason, after I clicked through it, it wouldn't let me upload a podcast again until I deleted all of my history and any history that I had ever been on the website. Subsequently, why I lost the video history of that makes me extra mad. But our most listened to episode was the interview with Anthony Bonanza.
Nice. Good to know. Good to know. Back when my younger brother made music, we would pop out, Spotify Wrapped every year. Had a lot of Uruguay and Paraguay listeners, like a lot of them.
We did get a comment from Sean Riley on the end of the 2024 interview. Said, "Bro, who said Gorgon is a fair?"
Okay. So Sean Riley runs the huge local dish shop where I
The
live.
huge local,
huge local disc shop.
Yeah.
So he was probably coming at me because what episode was that?
That
End of
was
year?
the end of your award. So you did
Yeah.
say something.
He said, "Who's that? Who says it's a distance driver?"
A fairway drive.
A fairway.
I have to go back and listen to see what happened. But yeah, anyways, I know that guy.
Hey man, are we doing a weekly challenge this week, or are we just defaulting it because no one did it but me?
Oh, that's tough.
Defaulting. Well, we only had like a
pushed
couple
that.
days. Yeah.
Yeah, we only had a couple.
We had
days.
a day. I
I
want to
did
do it.
I
I
did
want
it.
to do it. I don't even have the
That's
disc that I
everything has
wanted
to
to use.
equal even, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Even,
Even.
including 0.
Should we watch our Spotify Wrapped live?
Can we watch it live? Yeah, let's hit a live watch.
Totally possible.
Will it mess up?
No, it's because I had hardware acceleration off on my browser, so it was just like chugging along. It absolutely. Now I have hardware acceleration back on.
Hooray.
And,
I messed up my rig, and I have AMD Adrenalin, their control panel in the top right corner at all times, and I don't know how to get it off. And I've
I also
reset. I've done everything. It's typically just Alt R to turn it off and on, but this doesn't work. Also, it only tells me randomly my GPU power usage, temperature, and my CPU utilization, and that is the only thing it tells me.
stats guy.
I'm a stats guy.
I'm desperately
from the
waiting.
team,
Like I've been playing Path of Exile 2, pooping on my graphics card. Yeah.
Wait, what are you having right now?
I have a 6600 XT right now
Okay.
that I bought at the height of COVID.
Yeah, that
All
sucks, man.
But
That really
I have it
sucks.
still.
Corey, what kind of
Yeah.
hotel are you in?
I think it's a Hilton. It's the Home 2.
Yeah, it's a Hilton.
Hilton?
2 suites.
Okay. Yeah, it's a Home 2 suites.
All right,
It's
I'm
really
gonna
nice.
pop the wrap.
Okay.
All right, guys, we had Wrapped for those who listen to us on Spotify and Apple Music, but we're listening to the Spotify version because they're different. And there was my credit card info. That's cool.
There, it's
Let's
gone.
go.
It's done. It's just our analytics. There's the comment.
That was it? Oh, it puts a comment. So it
Yeah, you can comment on a Spotify. I'm going to hit this microphone 12 times, man. I'm in shambles. You can comment
between you
on
and
our
Tyler
podcast.
punching his. We're
Taylor,
fine.
do you have that? Taylor, do you have that photo on standby today?
I do.
Dude, how big is your monitor, Taylor? Your face is so green.
Big enough, man. Big enough, brother.
It gets
Go
the job
through all
done.
the colors.
You're so green compared to everything else.
And now he's so red.
Hey,
Give it up for your
Actually,
new
I need a
fans.
bigger one.
27, I think, is the way to go. Or maybe I have a 29. Don't quote me. Somewhere in that
Hey,
range.
70.
Bro, are
what,
you edging us on
79%
this
of
right
our
now?
fans discovered.
That is actually a good number. That's a good number to have.
Aren't we only a year old?
Yeah,
No, we're- but
I guess it
We
distinguishes
snuck in
end
a
of
little bit in
2023 for 2
end of 2023.
Oh.
It was 157. Guys, these
AB.
shout out. Yeah.
I actually did think this was really interesting.
There we go. I think that's better.
Dude, we have a perfect split from 25 to 29 and 30 to 34.
Some old heads watch us, huh?
And old heads watch us.
Some old guys out.
Bro,
Young
if
and
you-
old.
Limo
No,
episode, they
no,
just came
no
in and
35, no 35 to 40 year olds.
if you are 45 to 54 watching our podcast, I'm twice.
Actually, let's
you're twice
actually.
my age.
Shout out. Shout
I'm
out.
gonna. Yeah, never mind.
All right, Tyler gave up on whatever bit he was trying to run. Cool, keep
What?
rolling.
Travel the globe. 4 countries. That's impressive. Shout out.
Ooh la la. United
Shout out
States,
to the US.
youngest listeners. Norway?
There's some old guys in Norway that
They mess with
Yeah.
us heavy.
I think one guy from Denmark said he loved us.
big Foundation fans apparently. Big Foundation fans apparently, and that guy.
So
What? And staggered stance.
We've got a super.
Anyway,
fan
are
in
these
Norway,
the
I think.
tastes of?
Yeah, of
our
our
listeners?
listeners specifically. So what they.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we count as philosophy for audiobooks. I think so.
Yeah, I
think
think
so.
so.
I'm pretty confident. Comedy and humor. Glad to see that people
I
like
think
that.
so.
Hey, that's impressive. Shout out to the boys.
Top 20% of video podcasts on Spotify. It's probably just us and Joe
we're
Rogan,
top
but that's fine.
20. Let's go.
It's like
Tyler,
every
Yeah,
one
I
of
think
these.
a lot of people put their video on Spotify.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
And it's
lie.
were
also-
you serious about getting a pizza?
right now.
Yeah, you didn't get a Little Caesars pizza.
No, because you didn't confirm it.
Oh, okay.
For the
Dude, and he-
storyteller.
And he's been letting that one stink or just sit there. You know it.
Well, I didn't want it to be too hot.
Bro, what are they bringing this out?
Did you go back and look at all the messages?
No, I just saw
No,
Little
I
Caesars
knew Corey-
pizza.
I do.
Oh my
Corey, there's
gosh.
no way you-
He doesn't know.
No, I do know. I read it. We're supposed to do a
Is
some
that
kind
it,
of
Taylor?
challenge.
We have other beautiful. That's the
That
big.
was it.
So
Was it
why'd
that?
you say we have to wait until June?
Because
The-
if
when
they were
you-
saying originally if we were playing the toboggan in Iron Hill, we'd have to wait till June for the toboggan to open.
Baskets are in.
Oh,
What?
we can do
They-
it tomorrow.
They never pulled the baskets at Toboggan. I don't know if that means anything. Like,
Okay,
maybe
so the-
I go to play it and they're like, oh shoot, and then like they pull it. But as of right now, the baskets are in.
Everyone's enjoying baskets.
Me
and Corey pops the
trying
shell
to
out.
I think Mac would lose a gasket watching me hike Iron Hill while carrying 4 pizzas.
Dude,
So good.
you would be in
Like,
some.
not
you-
only are you,
You gotta
hiking,
you gotta get
but
one of Broderick's carts on
Yeah.
discount.
He has a
uh,
cart now.
No, he doesn't have a car. He just
It's
has a
that.
discount code
It's
for
the
a
same
card.
one that yeah, Big Germ uses.
Dude, I can't even imagine Tyler hiking up and down those hills with 4 pizzas. You would have to
thing
have
is,
a caddy.
It's hilly,
Maybe
but it's
multiple.
also like rocky, so you can easily
Yeah.
just like hit a rock and then fall over. So
You go.
I
hilly-
legit could drop those pizzas.
You go hilly, rocky, and then leaves, and you like hit a rock and then slide for a foot.
See, that's the thing. It's like I need a spotter out there right now because the
Yeah.
leaves are really bad.
We
But-
get two guys in front of Tyler just scraping away the leaves as he walks. make sure he doesn't trip and fall there.
I just need to
Like
know an
curling,
area
man. You
where
just
the
get some guys some brooms.
Yeah.
I legit don't know if I could shoot better than 10 over on the longs right now at Iron Hill. Could you shoot better than
or with
could you do
mulligans?
Corey, could you shoot
Practicing,
better
yeah.
than 10
Practicing.
over at the toboggan right now?
What do you mean by right now? Like,
If you went and played toboggan tomorrow, could you shoot
Yeah, we early better.
better than 10 over on longs at toboggan?
yes. There's
Oh,
only
man.
longs.
I'm screwed then.
I would say
Are you
my
saying-
average is probably 10 over. Like from the 2 or 3 years that I've played it.
Yeah, see, I don't think that's a fair matchup because Iron Hill is just stupid.
Are we doing? Oh, I guess we did say we were doing.
Yeah.
Oh, why is my?
Like 1 over at Iron Hill is like 1,000 rated.
Iron Hill.
I don't know what toboggan is.
Iron Hill is tight, and then you go back to the long pads, and you're like,
Actually,
where is the gap? Like,
I mean, no. You go to
There is
long
a gap,
pads
there is a
and you
gap.
see the gap, but you're like,
it's 5 feet,
it's arm
100
lengths.
feet in front of you, and you're like, let me see if I can hit this one.
The thing about it's like I guess it's kind of like I'm trying to think what course it is where they're like, if you just hit the gap in front of you, the rest is fine. You just have to hit the initial gap.
Hole
And then
one
you-
at Hornets.
Dude, whole one at
Iron Hill is like that.
It-
Yes.
yeah, it is a different
Like-
beast.
Like I would say 6 holes are like that at least.
I would agree with that statement.
Yeah, I honestly think it would be funnier for the video's sake if it was a course where like you probably can shoot like at least 8 or
Yeah.
9, like there's birdies
Yeah.
to be had, so you're constantly thinking like, I could get another birdie here.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you right now, I'd be legit like 25-foot putt. You miss a putt and you're like, gosh dang it. And you like eat a piece. And then you have to get up, you hit that putt and you
Make
miss it again.
Yeah.
You're like, well, I got to eat another piece.
Bro has pizza
You're
grease on his
committed now.
hands. He doesn't even know what to do. Yeah, you're cooked.
Dude.
You got to go bowling method. Only
Yeah,
eat the pizza in your left hand.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think
to
you
shoot-
should be able to, as long as you obviously finish the slice, you should be able to putt with whatever is fully in your mouth. So it's like,
Yeah,
rip
that's
it
why
out,
I
like,
said-
putt.
that's why
shove the
I was
slice
saying,
in your mouth,
like-
putt again. Like,
Yeah, that's why I said like pizza. It doesn't take you 90 seconds to finish a slice of pizza because half of it's in your mouth. You're chewing.
I just think over time it'll take that long, but
I think you saw. I watched
I think we'll
the.
see. I think we'll learn a lot about ourselves.
Yeah. I watched the hot dog
It's coming
challenge
down.
at Northwood Black, from like the shorter tee, and bro was fighting his demons. He got like 10 in. Gosh dang, it was vile. But
I don't know what my average is.
them pizzas stack out fast.
Maybe
Same as usual?
Tyler, when would you like to go over this?
when the
No,
floor
no
is yours.
specific reason.
Floor is yours.
You're just gonna pop this up at a random time.
I am.
Yeah, when the floor is
completely clear
yours.
tonight, I have no.
Same boat, and I didn't get to watch Staggered Stance.
Don't worry, I'll carry us.
Thank
how do you
Tyler.
figure out your
always.
average at a course?
Click on the course
Yeah.
and then scroll down to the layout. Let me confirm this, but I believe that's how you do it. Course.
So I have a spicy hot take tonight, but my friend is
Oh.
telling me right now that it's not like he thinks it's a
Medium
bad. He thinks it's bad, but it's all right. I'm gonna bring it up anyways and see what we all think about it and see if we can break it down.
I have a
Yeah,
bad
so-
take of the day.
It's super hot in my opinion. That's why he says it's bad. It's
Or you
super
see?
hot.
You see, the top is the global average, and the bottom is your average and like your best. And
If you guys sent me a like good sized poster of like some AI photo of Austin Turner, however you want to send him to
Like
me,
deep fake Austin Turner. Is that what we're creating?
not like that. It's
this is
gotta
what
be
you're
like
describing. This is
it's gotta
exactly
be like-
what you're describing. You just described an AI image.
I'm just
All
saying.
right.
You guys always make funny to me about the Austin Turner comment, and I'm like, listen, if you send me something, I'll put it on the wall.
I never said you were wrong.
Yeah, I never said you were wrong either, for the record. But
You just didn't want to admit it.
I
Did
just
you-
didn't want to say it live on a podcast.
just ripping that one out.
My
Scott says,
average.
My
your
mic's
mic is-
dropping out again, man. It always.
and then Taylor's crashing out too.
My average at my local says 7 over, but I don't know.
Thank you, Scott.
Corey,
Imagine.
what course can you go to where you could shoot like 9 under easily? Do you have one?
Yeah,
What do we? How big of a course?
Wait, what if we commit to this?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how big.
The ASMR episode.
Oh my gosh, that'd be hilarious.
I don't think I'll. I don't think.
Turn
I'll
your
commit
gain
to
all
it.
the way up.
Yeah, that's what I. Hold on. Hey guys, this is Unfinished Business. Welcome to the podcast.
Oh,
Today we're talking
dang,
about Austin
bro.
Turner.
It's actually really good.
So loud in my ears, but
Oh, that's so funny, dude. Oh man.
Max, like I'm
Max,
closing
like,
the podcast
stop.
now instantly.
all right, boys, should we lock in on this?
Matt's like, please lock in.
nothing.
I'm-
nothing bad.
No,
in.
Corey, I was saying like wherever you can go to, you can shoot like 9 under or 8 under or what the case would be. And then because I have a course where I've shot as low as 14 under, but if I go there and shoot in like a tournament, I'm probably shooting between 8 to 10 under. Like that's the kind of course I'd be playing at, or I would be thinking about. But if you don't have one like that, then we can find a more middle ground.
1, 2.
Okay, if you have one in mind, we can talk about it afterwards then.
Counting
was
with
counting.
Corey, episode 1.
He just went straight from 7 to 5. Oh my goodness.
7,
We're gonna have to scrap this curriculum. I'll tell you that for a fact.
10, 11, 12, 13. Cash, yeah. My local shorts, I could easily shoot like, yeah, probably.
Okay, then that's what we might have to do.
Scott wants to know if you're still in Louisville, Corey.
You can
I
tell
am.
because of the very famous Louisville Road behind him in the picture.
Yeah. That's good old Louisville Hill.
That's Louisville Street.
All right, let's run this. Am I running this?
Yeah,
Yes,
I
sir.
don't know what the sections are. I'm not gonna lie.
Come on, man.
It's off season. It's off season.
Amateur
This,
hour over
this
here.
is a this is already a loose
Dude, I
spot.
cannot let one of those rip when I do this, but
Good. Last week you literally started the episode coming at everyone named Trevor.
yeah,
As
I
soon
don't,
as you said
don't
that,
think I'll do
Tyler,
that again.
Matt literally swallowed a burp.
You made me think about it, and I was like, I need to burp before we
Hold on.
start this thing.
Hold on. Get it all
Wait,
out.
wait, hold on.
All right, we're good.
Go ahead.
All right, we're recording.
Okay, here we go. Howdy, y'all. Welcome to episode 52 of Unfinished Business. I hope you're having a great week. And Trevor, I'm sorry about last week. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. Okay? I hope you're having a better week, but not as good as me. Just remember that. All right, so this
And he had a
week-
brain fart.
what?
No,
No,
go
we're good,
ahead.
we're good,
go
we're
ahead.
good.
You're
Oh.
good. No,
We're
I intended that to stay wrong. Tell us what we're doing this week, Tyler.
Listen,
Was any of this English yet?
Yeah, we're working on it.
Corey's
Okay.
in the pizza sweats, bro.
All right,
He's
can we
got
start?
them-
Can we start over? I'm not having.
No,
this
keep it
today.
running.
No. There's no start overs here.
There's no start over in the UFB off-season show, bro. We just go for it.
All
I'm
right,
gonna have
listen,
another piece of pizza.
All right.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're each gonna take a minute. We're gonna talk about the latest and greatest, or maybe not. We are going to let everyone have an opportunity to bring something to the floor if you want to talk about something, or it just sounds like I'm gonna be bringing stuff to the floor tonight. We're gonna have Taylor's House of Horrors, which is gonna be the game, and then we'll wrap up. Man, it'll be fun. That's what our off season is gonna be like during this podcast. So, who wants to take their first minute? Matthew.
Hold on.
Sure. No, I'll take my first minute. Our
By the way,
mystery-
audio listeners, Corey's eating a whole pizza tonight while
a
we
whole
do the
little Caesar's
podcast.
pizza.
So
I'm about halfway done.
Here's my first minute. Are mystery boxes kind of getting mid? I'm thinking they might be getting mid because here's the thing. Your House of Discs companies can only pop out so many like this is the inside, this is the outside, it's coated in this and it's this kind of disc. And I'm looking at them and I'm like, if I get one, I'll be happy about it. But I feel like people used to be super hyped about mystery boxes. And I'm just not feeling it this year. Is this crazy take or no?
No, it's
feel like-
oversaturation.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I feel like mystery boxes have always and will always be like a way to just move discs that ain't moving, and I feel like that's just becoming a worse kept secret over time. That like we're just getting rid of some stock that ain't moving.
Yeah, and I feel like specifically like the bigger mystery boxes, which is what a lot of people are running. Like, for instance, the Discmania one, everyone is getting a P2, everyone is getting an FD, like everyone is getting a Link. Everyone I'm seeing is just getting like these random, base plastic is as much as you could go there. But
I feel
yeah,
like the
agree.
most hyped ones have been Gyropalooza too, and I've heard at least we had our league finale last week, and I heard multiple people say that they were kind of disappointed in theirs, that they got multiple, like, nothing outside of what you knew you were getting, nothing outside of like a 5-speed. They just got like 3 putters and 2 mids or something. They were kind of just like disappointed in the lineup they got. So I think obviously variety is what you're kind of looking for with a mystery box. So I can definitely see like getting one of those and be like, dang, I wanted to try some MVP drivers, and now I've just got like all of the lower half of the speed range from MVP or Axiom.
That happened to me with Discmania. So yeah, kind of doing. I will say what Discmania did last year was kind of cool. They had some special discs, the special plastics. It wasn't just a run of the mill stuff. So
Yeah.
I think Discmania will continue to do well. But so you guys know how much I love Discmania. So yeah, I think they'll be good.
I definitely think companies should like at least explain and hold to the fact that they're going to do like at least one driver, at least one fairway, at least one mid, at least one putter.
Yeah. Like literally, I'm not kidding, and this is gonna sound like a glaze here. The best mystery box I saw was the ones Bedanza did, because he literally did a video where like
I was going to
here's
say
my
the
best
pros.
mix.
The pros
yeah.
putting it together, but they're expensive.
They are expensive. Bedanza's wasn't. Bedanza's was like $60 for like 7 discs.
Yeah,
He was just trying to get
put
rid of
that
stuff.
into a different category. A manufacturer.
I definitely do. Yeah. But I mean, I popped out like 3 discs off the bat that made my money 80 like immediately. But
All
that was
right,
just stuff
who else wants to take their minute?
Playing in the wind sucks. I'm gonna say it.
Bro,
with my
please
whole
squeak
chest, bro. We had league finale last week, and I am not like, you guys know me by now, man. I played in Tennessee. That's where I grew up. I'm a boy of the woods. The courses we played, maybe 5 trees combined and play on these courses. We're in the middle of the open. We got 30-mile-per-hour gust winds, like 15-ish steady. I didn't know what to throw ever. I feel like
That's
I
my kind of
threw
golf
my
right there.
most overstable disc I had in my bag on every hole, and I walked up to a putt, and I cried a little bit. I legitimately gave up on a hole. I didn't actually finish. I gave up. And just took like a triple bogey. So it's the last hole on one of the local courses I film here, but it's like you can see the water tower in the background, and they've got like a tiny replica water tower as an elevated basket.
Yeah.
Not up to like PDGA specs or anything. It's completely legal, but it's kind of cool. But the basket is literally, like 12 feet in the air, and I had just a straight headwind. I literally was just throwing my putter up and catching it, because there was like no way to angle the disc that high for the headwind not to just push it back at me. I was like, yeah, whatever. I'll take like a 7 and just kind of move on.
That
But
is sick now.
you did tell us you're in the championship. Is that true?
For fantasy football, I'm in the championship.
Oh my god!
For the league, I got the 24 tag. Even though UDisc replay came out today, and outside
You
of the
totally had me
finale,
fooled.
My best finish was second. My average was 3.5, and I have the 24 tag. Never broke the 20s, man.
Nice.
Tough year.
Nice.
That is
But I'm fraudulent. I said I was going to go to a ton of tag matches and how excited I was, and then I went to like 4. So that's on
Come
me.
on, man.
2025 will be better. Me and my tombs out there missing every putt.
Heck yeah, baby.
That's how I feel about tournaments. I said I was going to, and then as soon as I hit 899, I was like, I don't want to go any higher. I'm not playing anymore.
This is my cap. I'm cutting myself off.
Yep. I want to be known as that
No
guy.
chance you're an 899 player either.
I'm not, but once I hit that, I was like, haha, and then like that was it.
feet,
Yeah.
man.
I think the 899, it bumped me up to 899, but I think one of the rounds was 950.
Yeah.
So like, yeah. I think they Kristen Tatar'd me, and they were like, we're not gonna make you in the 900 yet. So I was like, I'm not playing your tournament. I went to Bomb Discs in Lexington, Kentucky, which is owned by my buddy Alex, and he gave me
Shout out.
a PA5 in their brand new 400 Ultra Soft, which is literally, it's
Thing's
so
ultra
good.
soft.
This thing feels amazing. Feels amazing, Tyler. I'm not explaining anymore. He also gave me an H5.
I'll take your word for it.
This is not a new plastic. It's just their regular 400. But this thing is possibly going in the bag as a replacement for the Slipstream, because I can't find any other. My buddy Griffin has one Slipstream, but I need to find a specific disc that he wants so I could trade him. which is the old ESP, like the original ESP, the solid color, like softer ESP. Comet, I think.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's a tough find.
Specific, man.
Yeah. Well, he throws is Comet's the one that Michael Johansson has,
Yep.
right? Okay,
Mhm.
yeah. It's a
Or
Comet.
Chandler
and
Kramer
it's
threw that one. Not Kramer. Gosh.
Chandler
Chandler
Fry.
Chandler Fry.
Yeah. So he wants an old ESP, which I live in like Scraff country, so I could find old ESP. I just don't know if I could find a Comet.
Yeah.
But once I do, I'll have another Slipstream, which is cool. And then I played Taylor, what was that course that we were talking about? Charlie
Ventnor.
Yeah, Charlie Ventnor is an awesome course out here near Louisville. And I found a Glow Insanity with no ink at all.
You throw it?
It was just on the edge of the woods. I
Fair
threw it
enough.
today in that video that I was talking about that I filmed. Just the dumbest video ever. And it did nothing. It didn't benefit the video at all. You could barely even tell I threw it in the video because the video is that stupid.
How stable is that?
Yeah.
It's pretty straight.
Okay, so
I think it's 9.5 minus 2 1.5 or something like that.
yeah, the
So-
normal Insanities are like flip up and get a little turn, but the glows just turn into just a like ridiculously straight flyer. It's one of the
I think
biggest like
this is straight.
yeah, but people will just buy glow Insanities for a straight flyer instead of finding another MVP disc that does that because it's easier.
Yeah, well, here I threw it on forehand into a tree, and then I threw it on backhand into the ground. So
Well, pretty straight then. You saw a good flight
yeah,
out of it. So
yeah, it went straight for part of that.
yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah.
All right, Tyler, your minute.
Well, listen, really, it's just meant to be. You can talk whatever you want for 60 seconds. I just want to say that disc golf content has gotten so boring for me.
It's
like,
bad.
there's nothing good to watch. Like, I really don't want to come on here and just blast certain people, but I've
I
certainly
can take it.
No, I'll always watch your guys' stuff. But there's some people where it's the same old stuff. Like you're going out reviewing disc, you're pulling a pro to play with you, and you're just going out and throwing a disc. It's not exciting anymore. I'm just really disappointed that there's nothing like exciting. Like honestly, the only thing that I enjoy is the unboxing videos that Bedanza does. I don't know why that excites me, but I like watching those. And I like doing disc reviews. Like, show me a new disc that comes out. Let me see how it flies, and that's about it. But like, don't go out and play like 9 holes
with the disc.
Yeah. I don't want to see 9 holes with the disc because I'm going to figure out what it does pretty quickly. Or at least don't make it like a 15-minute video of you doing something with that disc. Like,
You
give me
didn't
a-
have to say that.
why?
Because we were talking earlier about me doing the review for the PA5, and I was like, "It's 6 minutes," and you're like, "Yeah, I could deal with that."
Yeah.
But you have to
Exactly.
squeeze in if it's 15 minutes. Don't do that.
Yeah. I mean, like, again, like I said something in our chat. I was like, 12 minutes max on a video. Like, I feel like I'm obligated to finish a 12-minute video if I started it. So
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. But
I
like,
feel like my average video length is like somewhere between 6 and 12. Like 12 is kind of long for me, and my most recent one was almost 20 minutes. And like even editing that, I was like, this is too long. I don't like
Yeah.
this.
like, I don't even know what flow I like with watching like disc golf. Like, is it fast paced? Is it actually more storytelling? I will say probably the most entertaining that feels like you haven't watched very long and you could end up watching something for 20 minutes is probably Jay Millie's stuff, right? He does good job storytelling. So something like that style might be decent. It might be good.
I
but-
think it's not one single speed. Like
Yeah.
it's got to flow like up and down. It's got to have fast parts. It's got to have slow parts.
there need to be like sub stories within the
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
You know? So I think that's like, it has to be more thought out. So, anyways, I just wanted to bring that up and talk about that for a
I
minute.
think I'm on your side though. I think I like Banana Froth better than Bedanza's main
Yeah.
channel.
Yep.
I
I will.
will
All right.
say-
So I'll admit that I don't care for Bedanza's main channel. I only follow his Froth Golf, whatever, Banana Froth channel.
I will say for me personally, and I am a nobody, I had a distinct shift in the past year. I've talked about it on here of like not wanting to really do content anymore, of basically me trying to represent something or be something. And I've shifted to just, I'm going to be an idiot and be myself on the internet. And it's way more fun to be itself on
Yeah.
the internet, and I feel like that's
Yeah.
the distinction in those two channels. It's
Yeah.
just much more natural and fun to not like be actively gears turning, thinking like, well, how does that sound? Oh, should I say this about it? It's like, how does that sound? And like try to instead of letting shit happen, brother.
I almost want to put that new video that I told you guys about, where I just completely, it is the stupidest video I have ever done. I kind of want to unlist it so I could just send it to you guys so you can watch it now,
I'll watch it right now.
because it is ridiculous.
Can't wait. Okay, so I feel like we do have to talk about a couple different things that have been in the news lately. So what's the deal with this new tour?
What's the deal?
Why don't
That's
you tell
coming
us, Tyler? Because it's a little confusing. I'm hearing some different reports that people can play it, people can't play it. What's the lowdown here?
Okay, so I listened to Staggered Stance today, and I listened to a little bit of Steve Dodge, all of Jeff Spring, and all of Will Schustrick kind of talk about their stuff. But it seems like they're going to have this tour. I still haven't watched GK Pro's video announcing and talking about this. So
I mean, GT?
is that what it is? Oh, Go Throw, whatever.
Yeah, let's go throw now.
Go Throw. So I don't know the details that they shared, but I've heard through all of the other internet is they're going to have a tour that have stops along the way to the next events. And that's all I really know. It's not going to conflict with the current Pro Tour. Obviously, we've heard stuff out there about the Pro Tour trying to say that if they have an event, you can't go do another paid event, essentially, or any sort of like monetization event during that event if you're a card holder. Now, they said that doesn't go into effect this year. So it seems like everyone was pretty positive about
Did they say the words this year or 2025?
2025.
Okay, because this year ends in like
Yes.
Gotcha.
2 weeks, and they're like, ha ha.
No, it was 2025. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, does anyone have any thoughts about the tour? Because it's come out since our last pod, so we might as well bring it up. Go ahead, Tete.
I have thoughts. I will say all I've watched is the announcement. So like Luke Humphreys get in front of a camera, read this script about that, and the fact that it's overlaid into their newest tournament coverage that is then using all of the old assets and logos makes this feel so rushed to me. Like the logos look terrible. Here's our old branding that we're putting out in a brand new video that's going to get a ton of views because it's the off season, but it's a tournament. But oh, hey, by the way, we're switching everything real quick just to let you guys know at the beginning of the video. I think it's very not well thought out. I think the fact that the only ticket prices you can get or like see to like sign up to go see one of these events is at Eagles Crossing is the writing on the wall that this is another just skins match disaster. This is very poorly thought out, very poorly put together. All of that said, I think it's good for disc golf to have oh, sorry, I just coughed. To have competition to the Pro Tour. I was like choking on my but just to have competition in general for the Pro Tour. I don't buy anything of Jeff Spring saying like, oh, we're all best friends. This is between our tour stops and all our pros are going to go to this other tour and make them money. Everything is all great until it's not. And then the Pro Tour can easily say, you're going to play on our tour, or if you want to play somewhere else, you're not going to play here. And it's going to be very easy for them to shut something like that down. So I don't know. All in all, I think it's good. I'm excited to see what happens, but I don't think it's going to come to fruition in some major way. This is the brand new tour that's taking over disc golf. I've also heard negative things from people like saying that this is going to be confusing, like we shouldn't have two tours. When I started watching disc golf, there was the Pro Tour just started, the National Tour from PDGA, and the World Tour, and I didn't give a single F what tour it was on. I just wanted to watch cool tournaments on YouTube at cool courses. Yeah. So if they get cool courses and they have cool pros, I don't really care as long as it's presented and packaged in like a very viewable way. I wish that they would have like take some more consideration into things people are saying that the Pro Tour should be doing that they're not doing, and like let's make it free to go watch the tournaments.
Right.
Let's make it super cheap to get tickets to like see this thing. Like I did look at like how much it costs to go to the one at Eagles Crossing. It's pretty pricey. Like it's not cheap to go to Eagles Crossing in the middle of nowhere. Like at the end of the day, I think whatever his name is, the like billionaire guy that put in Eagles Crossing is still really mad that the Pro Tour won't go there because it's in the middle of nowhere, and just tried to figure out how he can get around that or spite the Pro Tour. I genuinely think like that's where this started.
If he's that wealthy, why doesn't he just put in a hotel?
I don't think he's that
Build a
wealthy.
town. Build your own town.
Yeah.
And they will come.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm in the same boat. I mean, like it's exciting. And the thing is, you know, with anytime you have competition between two big groups like this, or what could be two big groups, we just get good things out of it. You know, like GK's got to make a better product. Pro Tour's hopefully got to make a better product. They're trying to compete. They're keeping it friendly. It's not friendly. We are only getting positives out of this until they, you know, the Pro Tour says, okay, we're done with you. Bye-bye. And gets rid of them. But
I'm just like, why are they starting this tour? Like, what is the point of starting it? That's what I would like to know. Like, is it actually going to bring in more viewership? Like I don't know. I just don't know what the point is. Like, is it going to be something different? Are you trying to push the sport? So you're just trying to provide extra? I don't know. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, that's what I think too. It would be different in my mind if it was more supplementally branded, where like we're talking about all these issues of like there's mid-range, you know, your mid-tour players are not wanting to tour anymore. The money's not there to support them. So if this was more of like, hey, stay on tour, come to our events, big pros probably won't come here. It's almost like a better Q series that's run by someone else. That makes a lot of sense to me, but that's not how it's being advertised. It's more like,
Right.
hey, this
That's what I'm
is
saying.
still the Gannons, the Rickies, and Pauls are going to come here and win everything, and it's just a different package, I guess. I don't.
Yeah, and as we've talked about, we've said sure, like some of the top pros will come to like the first event or the first couple events, but it's not going to continue over time, at least in my opinion.
I
right?
think if a new
So-
tour really wants to succeed, it needs to do things wildly different from the current
Yes.
pro tour that people want to change. So like have
Right.
smaller baskets, go play on marksman baskets and see what happens. Make it free to come, make it free to show up and see what happens. Like,
Bowlers only.
essentially what they're doing. They're like put in weird rules like OB standstills or like hazards, or do
Yes.
something more innovative than just we're doing the same thing, we're calling it something else. Come support this instead of what you already have that we've built for
Right.
the past 15 years.
It needs to become an anomaly, so people have to go so they see what happens.
Or
You know
like
what else
said
I thought
Liv,
about
like
for the
this
tour?
is the team-based tour.
Right, exactly. I would be like Live. Like, is this that if they made this version of Live Golf for disc golf? Like, I think that'd be awesome. Like, I definitely would be watching.
Yeah, to Scott's point in the chat, Scott said if payouts 50K at every event, like rumored pros will show up. I agree until all the pros show up, and then Jeff Spring says, okay, we're not going to do that anymore. Like, if you want to be a tour card holder, you can only play at our events, and then we'll see. And maybe that's the breaking point that's good. Maybe then you have like this kind of
Oh my
rebel
gosh.
tour where people are
What if they only
wild.
paid out like the top like 5 people?
Yeah.
That's what they need. And then like the winner will get like 30K or something like that.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's-
and
That's
yeah,
what they need to do.
the second it becomes a real competition, Pro Tour is not going to hang around for that. That's just
Yeah,
not
and I have a
cool.
strong feeling that whole like we're not going to do anything about this in 2025 means they get to choose the schedule for 2026. They could either load it with actual events, or they consider Silver and Q Series part of a tour card, and they're just going to squeeze them out. I think this
Everybody-
year is going to be a test for the Pro Tour to be like, is this actually a threat, or do we even care?
Yeah, it's like everybody's best friends until they're not instantly, right? It's like the Pro Tour like cutting Smashbox for doing the live service. I think similar to that situation, the one thing that disc golf is weird in that GK Pro has in their corner is disc golf is not like this faceless media company like this is the Live Tour, this is the PGA Tour. Like people know the people that run GK Pro and like know Luke Humphreys and like them. So similarly to like when Steve Dodge tried to cut Smashbox and everybody freaked out because people like Terry and Johnny, I think that's one thing that's strange in disc golf that they have going for them. There will be people that are like, no, I like the people behind GK Pro and OTB better, so I'm going to support that tour instead.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I just had a thought while we were sitting here talking. Like, what if they did it so it was like you played 36 holes on Saturday, you played 36 holes on Sunday. I know that's a lot of disc golf, but like it's disc golf. Like I could go out and play 36 holes of disc
It's not
golf
like
and
you're eating a
like
slice of pizza every hole. Figure it
Yeah.
out.
true. But like no. So hear this out. So you played 2 days, 30, or you can play 36 holes in one day and then 18 the next day. And then what it is like you are only paying like the top 5 people, and there's a huge payout at the top. Like if you're in like 20th place and you don't want to play because you're like, well, there's no chance of me getting top 5. Like you can leave. Like you have the choice of like dropping out. And what that would help is if they are doing post produce, you know, you're not getting like 4, 5, 6 groups. You're just getting maybe 2 groups. So it doesn't even matter in the end if those other people drop out. Like for your, in my opinion, for your viewership, because you're just filming the top 2 groups anyways, which are the top 8 players at the time. So like something like that, where like there's really, because what, and my thing is if I'm in like 12th place and I know the top 5's getting paid, you're playing balls to the wall, going for everything. And I feel like that's super entertaining to watch. So if that was the case, like guys that are like in 8th place or, you know, 6 through 8 on that final card, it'll be entertaining to watch to see if they play like ultra aggressive. Like, can you imagine if Simon played and on the last day he's in 6th place or something like that? Like that would be some viewership because you know he's going to go balls to the wall.
Bro, pop out some slightly shorter courses, like mid-style courses, and watch some crazy stuff happen. Like
Scott just put in the
watch
chat
them
a
like run.
rumor is that it would be doubles. I was literally just about to ask you guys if it was doubles and they did that, who are you putting money on as the best doubles in disc golf?
I mean, you just take the best golfer in the world, which is Gannon right now. So
and put
Or
him,
I would say Macbeth and AB with Lunas.
yeah,
I
Macbeth
was
and
gonna say
AB,
the Robinsons. They got the brother.
the
chemistry
Robinsons
going.
are goated.
Ooh.
Gannon, Gavin, maybe Gavin's got a nasty little forehand on it.
There would have to be some stipulations about how high your rating combined it would be. Like it has to be like combined this, you know, number or lower.
Say no rules get better.
Ooh,
I like
That's a
Mac's
you- that's
idea.
a you
What about
problem, bro?
What about a 4-round event with a cut after every round?
yeah, I'm cool with that too.
Yeah.
I had that same thought. Like, how do
Also,
you?
is this free for the players? or
a
is there a-
buy-in?
Is there a
I
fee?
don't know. Yeah, if there's like an entry fee.
Dude,
Yeah.
we should just start our own tour and just go for it.
Do it. Doubles tour.
I've been waiting.
We got
to.
better graphics.
I've been waiting to
That is
invest
a
in
fact.
something.
We do have
Maybe-
better graphics confirmed.
Maybe we start like. I mean, Taylor would have to come up here and get involved, but like a Mid-Atlantic tour, and we just get some of the people to. I don't know. I just
I was cooking
Here's
right
what
now.
we do.
Tyler's
We
cooking
build a
right
property.
Dude,
Corey wants to
an
design
entrepreneur
a course
brain
more
is
than
going.
anything in his entire life. So we get Corey to design the course. We get some acres down here. Land's cheap in Alabama, boys. Come through.
Yeah.
now. That's true.
Well, is there? I'm trying to think what else has happened in the last week that I should bring up because that was obviously the hottest topic. Oh, maybe I'll save it for later.
Okay. Okay.
There it is.
Is Ken confirmed Discraft yet or no?
We don't have any more
Nothing
details.
official.
Yeah.
So that was just all a rumor.
Yeah, it was all but I mean,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
it's all sources and speculation.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that was at least fun to talk about.
But I mean, it is
What
on
it-
like Ultiworld, like so. It's like very reputable sources slash
Yeah.
speculation.
They're risking
Nothing to
it all right now. Did we talk about Shoestrick last week? Yeah, we did.
Mhm.
Yeah, we did.
I think
Okay.
that's a good bit of the disc golf news. I feel like we're about to enter the let's see what every single player does in the
Yeah, I
next
think
month.
once we transition to 25, it'll be from
Yeah.
men's.
Usually some people start announcing like right now if they are leaving. So it'll be interesting to see if anyone announce who's leaving because it sounds like the disc golf world is taking a big hit with the way the economy's been this last year. So not a lot of people getting money. I'll talk about something with that later, but
I have a question to ponder
let's do it.
randomly. This
Let's
just came to
ponder.
my mind. If you were,
Hold on one sec. we might as well just move right on into our next section, which is the floor is yours.
Oh, yeah, that's
So
a
we
great
went
idea.
over the disc golf news pretty much, which that was the biggest one. And so Taylor, the floor is yours.
Floor is mine. I just randomly popped into my brain. Talk as long or as little as you want about it. If you were a disc golf manufacturer today, December 18th at 8:15 p.m. Central Time, what disc would you make?
I'd be
What
closed.
new product would you come out with right now? If you had to make a disc, what are the flight numbers? What does the market need? Right?
Am I crazy to say it? I don't know if the market really needs anything.
I was about to say that.
I think the market, what you have to do now as a manufacturer, there is every like most big manufacturers have some disc to fit what you need, or that will fit if you can find the right run. At this point, you have to do what Latitude is pushing, which is literally just like, how high quality can we
How
run our
good can
plastic?
we make?
Yeah. I mean, like, to the point that like the Royal line, they got to remake the molds to even work with the plastic. That's another level. And they're like, oh, we actually can't the way the plastic's made, we can't even make it lightweight. They made the first lightweight Graces this like recently because they just literally couldn't because of the way the plastic is. I think you
That
gotta
is
push that
my
plastic hard.
opinion. That's my opinion right there, is getting more lighter weight stuff in the market and trying to push that on amateurs. That's where I'm at. But
Yeah.
Mac with the 13.7 minus 5.5.
that's kind of crazy.
That's a Catano.
That's something. I'll tell you what.
All right. Well, I got a bunch of things I want to bring up and talk about.
What about a glove?
Disc golf glove?
I've thought
What
about
about a
buying
glove?
a friction glove. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they have the
Yeah.
friction gloves. I saw someone like practicing wearing a friction glove, like a pro, who was like working in the net wearing a friction glove for some
I've
reason.
seen
I don't know
Ezra
if
do
they're
that
just somebody-
because he like is often ripping his hand. So
Or what about like, you know how naturally your hand is like easier to move if it's like up and down,
Yeah.
but when you hold a disc, most of the time you're kind of like cocked weird.
Or-
What if
or in
there
the
was a
mouth.
glove that held the disc for you?
wait, I was literally gonna say, Corey, what if we just index and thumb just put two magnets in? Just
Well, yeah, that's
magnetize.
true. But I'm thinking like, what if there was something that could like
Prevent air bounce.
hold the glove for or hold the disc for you, like in the glove, to where all you have to do is this, and it naturally like releases for you.
That's a crack. That's not. Yeah, that's maybe not as much a disc manufacturing, but
Well, if you think about it like this, there's
And that's
training
actually-
aid, there's training aids in golf where they have that kind of grip. So that could be like a training aid, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it could. That would actually be a really good idea, I think. But I don't think you should be able to use that to throw a disc in like a tournament or something that's sanctioned or something like that.
I also don't think we should be able to use rangefinders, but you know,
That's
Do you guys think that rangefinders are a phase, or you think they're here to stay? Because I won't lie, when they came
Here to
out,
stay.
I was like, "This is so sick," and bought a rangefinder, and I used it 4 times, and it stayed in my car ever since. Unless I'm like specifically doing field work, like
yeah, it's
never
really
think
nice.
about that
It's
thing.
really nice for field work, but that's.
I mean, the
I'm never-
distances in disc golf aren't as like varied as they are in like golf. Like golf, it's like 500 yards, right? It's crazy, 1,500 feet. And disc golf, you're limited to max maybe like 1,000 feet, on the course. So I would use it every single time, because if I have UDisc open on my phone, I will look down to see like the exact distance, because in golf, when you're doing like pitch shots, like, and you have to take like a half swing, quarter swing, 3/4 swing, I have that drilled in my mind for like, okay, 3/4 swing goes 70 yards with this club. Half swing goes 50 yards with this club. So I try to do the same thing with disc a little bit.
are
with
you
like,
doing
okay,
that with disc golf though?
I
was gonna
am
say, I
with
feel like
like,
in disc golf-
I am doing that with half swings and full swings. Like I know how far like my slower
And
speeds go.
like, do you not know which one to do? If
I
you're
generally do, but I mean, it's just, I like being more precise. So if I will look at UDisc if I have UDisc open to see how far I am GPS wise to the basket.
I feel like the big difference between golf and disc golf in that is like in golf, I think your average player has to think more about how far away they are from the hole. Where in disc golf, it's like if, like you said, Tyler, if your max hole is like 1,000 feet, that's like, okay, I'm throwing really hard like 2 or 3 times, right, and then I got to figure something out. Like the distance requirement, or I guess the average player distance is lowered, where it's just mentally it's probably just like, okay, this is either a full power driver fairway mid putter, and I can kind of mentally figure that out. There's a less like finesse, I think, in that sense.
The slower the disc, obviously you got to be more in tune. Like one of the things that I've been working on is my putter, like straight putter, like how hard and what kind of angle do I need to throw it on to get it to a certain distance? Like how floaty does it get? Like I could take out a Cap Raptor and easily just kind of throw it at the basket and know as soon as it loses speed, it'll die at the basket. But when I need to throw like a backhand, like straight putter shot that has to drop at a certain speed, that's something I struggle with. So like I try to figure out how far my reach back is with those, so I know how what the distance is, and then I'll measure it out. And anyways, that's something I've developed from golf world to disc golf, but I don't think other people do it because maybe they don't realize that's what you do in golf with like.
Is your reach back getting shorter, or is it just the speed?
My reach back is getting shorter when I'm within like 150 feet of the basket. Yeah.
Okay.
Or even 200. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do that. Now I am working on it just being slower. But I mean, I still do it for like like 100 feet. It's not quite like a jump putt, but it's not a throw. It's like a weird little half rotational putt. That's where it's a really different swing plane. But
Grayson's got a great point in the chat too. I buy tools all the time.
Saw
I
that.
said my garage isn't the tool's fault or mine. Yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing is like, what if people have a depth perception problem? Well, I guess they wouldn't be very good at disc golf. Never mind, because putting would be horrendous. So that was a bad thought. Hey, listen, I was thinking it, and I was like, I'm just gonna say this as I think it, and then I was like, nope, not a good idea.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Okay. I have a couple things I want to bring up.
Yep.
So when I listened to Jeff Spring on the Staggered Stance podcast, he talked about specifically that they work with some players for financial assistance to certain players to make it on tour. Just kind of curious, who do you think, maybe not who's involved with that, but like, what do you think the tour is doing to assist some of these players? Just kind of curious.
I'm going to tell you right now, my only reaction to that is if I was an employee that got laid off by the Pro Tour and I hear that, I am seething right now, bro. I'm not going to lie.
So why?
I just feel like as a player, you have so much more opportunity to find means to do that elsewhere versus if I am an employee of the Pro Tour and you're telling me that I could not be kept on at my position because you could not afford to keep me, but you are supplementing player income to keep them on the road and on the tour, that would definitely leave a bitter taste in my mouth. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the same time, I think I could understand that, like, the right player is worth some kind of money to keep them there and keep them playing. But what player that people like or is popular enough isn't doing well at some events or isn't doing well outside of that
to like stay on tour?
Right, exactly. Like, yeah, we're not like, oh, Gannon Burr is going to need some financial assistance this year, guys, to keep him on, and he's a big name.
Who has the draw to like be that important to draw eyeballs to the tour when obviously if they're playing that poorly are not being filmed? Like they're not.
Yeah.
Is it like Barsby or like Conrad or like those type of players who have been around for a while?
I would say Barsby or like people who've been around for a while and were really, really good at one point, like that would maybe, but that's more of like the handshake agreements that exist in disc golf. Well, I don't want Barsby to have to retire. Why don't we just give him a couple $100 a month? You know?
But I mean, I guess my mind is like, what is keeping Barsby on tour doing for the Pro Tour more so than keeping an employee on your staff that is that's why contributing to your organization?
That's what I'm saying. I think it would have to be something like it would just have to be someone they want to keep on because they like seeing that person around. Not that it is really helping them. Because if like I said, if the person was popular enough, they would have other means that it wouldn't be an issue.
Is it actually paying them, or is it just allowing them to not pay their entry fees?
Well, that's what was going to be like my next question is like,
Because that's two different things.
What financial assistance like are they giving to some players? Like, what is that? And I'm very like, he said that in the interview, and like if I was there, like, or if I was in having an opportunity to say something to him, I would have circled that immediately and be like, all right, when I get a chance, I'm asking like, what kind of financial assistance are you talking about? None of them went back and like batted an eyelash to that. And I was like, I caught that immediately, and I haven't heard anyone talk about it. And I'm very curious because like, is that something that other players actually know? Like,
yeah, I'm curious how well known that is. Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of surprised that hasn't blown up in some sort of like thread or something of being like, can we get some more details here on like how we're supplementing some people? Because I think I care less if it's like, hey, you don't have to pay parking this year. Like, hey, you don't have to like pay an entry fee at this event kind of thing. Like if that's
there's a
keeping you
big
from
difference.
like week to week going. I'm not going to go that off topic. Never mind.
Because honestly, it could like there's a huge difference between, hey, I'm gonna throw you a couple $100 so you can get to the next place, or I was thinking about going out to Ledgestone, but I don't think I can afford the entry fee. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got you. Now, that's a huge difference.
Exactly, and like I'm gonna say something, and I'm gonna preface this and say I know what Taylor said a minute ago about it's an opportunity. It's not like, you have to be there, but Max saying like it's unfair either way. Well, fair is not always equal, right? We see that in schools, like kids who can't afford, or they're low income, can't afford to have lunch. Like they get free lunch at school, at least in Maryland, you can, if you apply for it and you meet the requirements. Maybe there's some sort of agreement somewhere written somewhere where it's saying if you're struggling or where the case may be, you can come speak to somebody and they can work something out with not letting them pay certain things along the way. And if I'm doing okay and someone says, hey, we're going to save you $150 a week with something, I don't know if I'm getting upset personally about it. My mindset is more better players at an event will draw more people to it, which gives me more opportunity to interact with fans and maybe make more money. Like that's what I'm thinking. Like I don't personally care about what someone else's situation. To me, with anyways, I don't know how to articulate that. But anyways, you guys get what I'm saying.
No, it's similar. That kind of brings in what I was going to say. Ultiworld, or the Upshot podcast by Ultiworld, recently did a pretty long interview with Trevin Crow, who's an MVP sponsored, kind of just to get his perspective on like the grind of the tour. Like talk to somebody that cashes, once every couple of events. Obviously, he's playing pretty week to week, like what that actually looks like. It was really interesting. I was going to say just applause and shout out to Simon Lizotte, because I think a lot of people become a bigger fan of his after listening to that interview, because he does a lot for like the MVP team of like, he'll get an Airbnb and let people stay in it, like park their RV outside and just kind of, they pay a little bit, but obviously since they're in their RV, you're just kind of using it. He doesn't charge them that much. He puts it all together and organizes it, which is a great move by him. Something he doesn't have to do that helps a lot of people kind of continue to live that dream of chasing disc golf as a profession. So just shout out to Simon. But the reality is, I think the weird thing for me is I can't think of a player that's that important to keep around that is struggling that hard to stay on tour.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I can't there's just, I don't know who they are, but yeah, I can't think of one either. And that's kind of what I've been sitting here doing, is just like racking my brain, like who is important? And that's why I'm kind of thinking like it has to be some family friend, or hey, this guy was back here when we started this thing, yada yada yada, that kind of deal.
Yeah.
But
I just wish we knew more clarification of financial assistance. So hopefully that gets brought up by somebody in the future. Maybe I'll email Jeff Spring and be like, yo, you want to come on our podcast and just see what happens? Probably will get nothing back, but
maybe we can try.
Worth the gamble.
Yeah, or I'll shoot something to Brody and be like, Brody, you should bring this up.
Yeah, you should talk about this.
Yeah, because this is very interesting. So, all right. My hot topic or hot take that I wanted to bring to the table tonight is this. Okay, I'm gonna preface this before I say my take. Okay, when I was thinking about how to make the tour more successful with the way it is right now, what makes watching disc golf exciting as a pro or at a pro level? Just curious. What makes it exciting for you guys?
Fireworks.
Okay.
No,
Slip and slide, maybe.
Yeah.
No, I think competition. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
For me specifically, I would say seeing disc golf played in a way that is unachievable for me personally.
Okay. So for me, I think about like when like I could go see really good quality play, but I also want to be a part of something, right? So when you see disc golf, what were the most exciting events to either watch live, watch post-produce, or be there in person? And it was the events taking place where there was thousands and thousands of people, right? So I'm thinking about all of the events in Europe, essentially, that were like the European Open and the one right after that. There was a ton of presence. And this year, we're going to Finland for the World Championship, which I think they're going to sell out every ticket like as soon as possible. And so I've been thinking, would the Pro Tour be more successful if we were full-time in Europe than being in the United States? Mainly because, one, there's not as many like pro sports over there that have kind of taken over the market as they have in the United States. So there's opportunity over there for that. But also, like, when you look at Kristen Tatar and a couple of these other people, like, they are pulling in sponsors over in their countries where they're seen as a bigger like athletic icon. So I'm wondering, would the tour be more successful or allow the players to achieve more money and enjoy disc golf more if their full-time tour was over in Europe? Thoughts?
I don't think so. I think part of it goes back to what we were saying when we were redesigning the tour. We need to put it in larger cities.
Mm-hmm.
We got to stop going to these places where you fly in and then you drive 2 hours, because that's not going to get people. And also, there's not that many people that live around those areas in the first place. So it's not like, hey, I live near Detroit, I could drive 20 minutes and go see this crazy event, which Milford isn't that far from there, and that's where Toboggan is. But either way, there's a lot of these places that it's like, yeah, the next big town is an hour and a half away. So how many people are actually going to make that trip?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think here's what we're seeing. Oh, go ahead, Taylor.
I was just going to say, I think not right now, but it will be in 5 years, 5 to 10 years. I think it will be
all
more
Europe
successful in Europe. I don't think it'll be all Europe, but I think disc golf will be more successful in Europe. I think Europe cares more about innovating and producing better quality courses, broadcast, everything. I think the US based tour and what we do is way too complacent on like what we have been doing works. We're the tour of disc golf. I think the thing holding it back previously and still today is that the majority of disc golfers live in America. Right. So like,
and that is the obvious elephant in the room.
That's bred the best talent to be Americans. That's bred the highest payouts to be in America. I think that every time you talk about a European event, everyone says like how into disc golf kids are. Like the next generation is like, disc golf is huge in like Finland, Norway, those countries. So I think give it like 10 years and it's going to be, if not 50-50, more European based, I would say.
Yeah. I'm just thinking like, for me, it's about how do we bring more value and more money to the sport. I think that's more capable in Europe than it is in the United States. There's too many things that compete with disc golf in the United States. Yeah. Now, theoretically, I'm going to say theoretically, I don't even think that could really work to have just a tour full time in Europe, right? I don't think this is like actually real, but I just was thinking there's just more opportunity over in Europe to make more money. And like people would have to spend so much money to live over there and travel all the time. It wouldn't be reasonable for a lot of the American players, which I know a lot of people I've actually talked to about this have said, well, now you know what it's like for the European players to come over to the United States. Yes. But yeah, anyways, it's just a thought I had where what can we do to grow the sport more than where it is right now? Or is this just where we're at and it's going to take really slow to grow it at this point in time, you know?
I think if anything, disc golf might regress, honestly. And I hate to be a doomer, but like,
Right.
is it not weird to anybody else that the huge sponsorship we got last year in the chess.com invitational is now the Supreme Flight Open, sponsored by a company that the person who put the course in owns? Like,
Yeah.
you didn't think they wanted to re-up with chess.com at all? I have a feeling that didn't go exactly, maybe not how they thought it would, because they knew they weren't going to make a lot of money, but maybe even worse than
I don't
they
think
thought.
that's it at all. I don't think it has anything to do with chess. I think it has to do with, oh, wait, we can just use the advertisement, the free advertisement for this tournament that we're sponsoring anyway. I don't think it has anything to do with chess.
I
I
would
would
still
be-
want some money from chess.com
Yeah.
if they were going to pony that up for the prize pool.
I would. My question would be like, if you're someone who's advertising, like,
Is that a
Did you-
tax write-off?
did you make any money back?
That's a good question.
That is
Like,
a good question.
if that's the case, then I can totally see
Yeah,
that.
Paul's like, yeah, we'll totally give 500K of our money to sponsor this
Yeah.
event.
Get Will Schustrick on the phone. Let's ask him. All these Prodigy sponsored events is that our tax write-off? Anyway, sorry, Matt. Keep going.
No, I just like advertising companies have some metrics that says like, hey, based on how much we gave this place and the clicks, this is what we made off of it. Even though it's not a perfect science. Like, my question is, of everyone who's advertised through disc golf, how many come back the next year? There's a couple, right? Gillette comes back pretty regularly.
Barbasol.
Barbasol.
Some respect on him.
Sorry,
LL
my
Bean
bad.
Signed a multi-year.
LL Bean, that as well.
They didn't come back.
What else?
They just did Worlds 1 year, and then the
Yeah.
next, and then who did
Yeah, whatever
Worlds this
happened with
year?
that? I thought Jeff Spring said they were signed in something, but
Yeah, I thought they were too. But someone else sponsored Worlds this year. I don't remember who it was.
Yeah,
Was it
but who-
Barbas? Was it
Unfinished
Barbasol
business.
again?
Yeah, you have beat it. Tax write-offs go crazy. But who else came back?
I don't know.
I can't think of anyone.
I
Taylor's-
can't think of that many
Taylor's-
companies in the first place.
I'm in
Right.
shambles.
Yeah, exactly. That, and we have a small, there's a small sample size of this, but like, if they're not coming back, there's some reason for that. They'll pay $50 million for a 30-second Super Bowl ad.
Yeah.
So there's some reason. I would agree with Taylor. I would not be surprised if disc golf has a little bit of regression. Now I wouldn't, the Europe issue, I think both people are right here. Corey's like, hey, if we put these in places where it's easy to get there and a lot of people live here, you solve a lot of the problems, I think. But you can compare that immediately to something like, D-Glow and like any other random event in the middle of nowhere, or
Yeah.
events close to, like, we can already do the comparison if we had the number of tickets sold to say, hey, what's the difference here? The thing in Europe, or the thing that I seem to see it in Europe, is you're treated as a professional athlete if you are a disc golfer in Europe.
They
That
also
does
do
not
very
ex-
cheap tickets / free entry.
They also do very cheap tickets and those kind of things. That does not happen in the United States. You are not it does it, at least not in the same way. Does it seem you're never going to walk into a Best Buy and see disc golf playing on their TVs, but people post all the time, hey, I was in Finland, and every TV has a round of Kristen Tatar playing disc golf on it or something like that. So,
You are at my local Best
I think
Buy,
that's
if
part of
I'm
her
there.
contract.
Yeah.
huh?
I think. What was I gonna say? Dude, I don't know. I saw Mac put something in the chat, and I immediately just blanked.
Dang it,
Hey,
man.
if you're watching us afterward, you could come join us live at 8:45 on Wednesday nights. A lot of folks chatting it up as we were talking.
Oh,
And-
I remember what I was going to say. I would love to see the numbers with what they did in Europe last year and what they did in the United States, and see how comparable it is to like a month span of regular events to a month span of European events. and see what the money's like, because it is a business, right? So I feel like if we're making more money in Europe, we should spend maybe another month in Europe, maybe spend 2 months in Europe, and maybe slowly progress to that amount. So, yeah, I don't know. Just something I thought about. There was another thing I wanted to bring to the floor, but I don't remember what it was. And I was trying to write it down earlier today, but I don't.
Is it related to this image I have?
Oh, yeah. All right. So if you can please, Corey, if you can see our screen on the YouTube channel, I'm going to post a picture. I need Matt to take a look at it too. I need everyone to take a look at it, to be honest.
Because I wanted to visible. Oh no.
I want to talk about something that
everybody to hold on. No way, it's still broken. Okay, hold on. Technical difficulties. Don't mind.
If you're watching us live and you want to get some Unfinished Business merch, we have merch available. We have hoodies, t-shirts, hats, toboggans.
Stop calling
all that stuff. We got our
We're not selling wooden sleds, okay? We're selling beanies.
We might be.
Our Parked for Par on the back and our Unfinished Business logo on the front. They're pretty nice, pretty comfy, and as cheap as we could make them while still having some quality product. So check it out. Link is in the bio of this episode, or if you're watching live, it's also in the bio of this episode as well. So you can click in.
Last week I asked a bunch of my younger coworkers who are also Gen Z, you ever hear a beanie referred to as a toboggan? And they said, no. Who's the idiot?
Whoa. I never said it was a Gen Z action to refer to it. It
had to have been.
True.
We decided
that this was regional.
This is regional. This has never been Gen Z.
Taylor, I didn't know this was going to be that difficult.
No, it's me. I'm an idiot. Gosh, dang it, man. I'll get there one day. We're officially here.
Okay. All right. So take a look.
This with AI.
There we go.
All right. Okay. I am not putting Corey on blast, but this is a close-up of Corey's grip in one of his latest videos. Okay. Yeah. I want to know, what is your forehand grip? And what do you think of that forehand grip? And then I'll explain afterwards. I'm just curious. Does you throw your forehand grip like that? Mm-hmm. Anyways, Taylor, how do you grip yours? Do you grip yours like that?
I will say things about Corey's grip that I like. This is now a grip critique live on air. I think that the ring / pinky on the other side of the disc is an elite maneuver. It made my forehand so much better when I did this. I do think the only qualm I have is that your middle finger, at least in this grainy image, appears to be a bit flatter to the flight plate than I have mine, where mine's much more like aggressively kind of into the rim. But that's all I got. Otherwise,
that picture doesn't look like that grip.
Yeah,
though.
Corey, these are different.
That's
this. Okay, yeah, Corey, I say that I grip the disc like this and pinch down when I throw, but when the time comes to throw, I probably do this. You may have thinking that you're doing that and then make a little subtle shift, because to me, what you're currently doing is exactly how I do it. Middle finger is pushing into the rim. Pinky finger is pressed above the middle finger like this. In the clip, it appears that your fingers have shifted a little more towards facing the top.
But it hasn't. It's literally right here.
Yeah, but when you throw,
I used to do the Paul Macbeth, though. I used to do this.
Yeah. That makes my finger hurt really bad.
This is me.
Power grip. There's Tyler Tulowitzki.
Okay.
Everybody hold
Tyler, I guarantee you, if you filmed a shot in the same angle and we zoomed in to 480 potato, you'd be able to also see that your hand looks like it's facing up.
Corey does.
So, when you forehand grip, do you forehand with the pads of your fingers up, or are they like more into the rim of the disc?
I have never had it to where they were touching the top.
Okay.
And so I know that's what that looks like.
So you're trying to press into the rim.
Into that corner.
Okay, you're trying
Which is
to press
where-
into the rim.
which is where the pad of my finger is.
See, I
But
don't press in,
look at
I
how
don't
up and
press
down
into
that
the
looks.
corner. I
Yo, this
press
feels
like
kinda
into
nice.
the
I'm about to go
rim.
back to the P McBee special. About to go back.
Corey,
It's gotta
this
go,
make,
bro.
or I mean Taylor, this makes this finger hurt so bad, but my discs come out way snappier. But literally, like I throw
Feels
3
nice.
shots and I can't throw.
Don't worry,
So
I
Corey-
finally fixed my forehand over the past 2 years. Time to change the grip. Time to
Do you
mess it up.
press into the crease or do you press
Yes.
into the rim? See, that's where it could shift up because you're pressing into the crease. I press into the rim. Like I
also-
try to focus on pressing into
Yeah,
like
I hard
the inside or here. Like it's better to show it like this, like this part of the disc,
Mhm.
not the corner. Anyways,
Audio listeners, go hold a disc right now.
yeah,
Forehand.
yeah. Listen, I just want to preface this and say this. I took that picture and I sent it to Corey in a text, and I don't remember what I exactly said, but it was something very subtle, and I wasn't trying to be mean. I was just trying to. I think I might have said, "Explain this to me." This grip is what I asked him to do, and then that was it. I didn't say there was anything wrong with it, and then he came back and told me that he doesn't like me anymore because now I had him thinking about his forehand grip more than he ever wanted to. So I then looked up.
No,
Hold on. I
no,
then
you
looked up.
shut your mouth.
No.
Okay, you
Hold
shut
on.
your mouth.
Hold on. I looked up. Listen, I looked up Sexton's forehand grip tutorial, which is like 2.5 minutes. I'll put it in our Discord so everyone can see
Yeah.
it.
Hey,
And
join
he-
our Discord.
Oh man.
And he explained there's really no correct way to actually grip your disc for a forehand shot. He went over all the different variations that you can do. One of the ones he had said is pad straight up. Corey's saying he doesn't do that though, and I'm not saying that he does
I
do
don't
that,
do
but it definitely
Sexton's
looked
grip's
like
kinda weird.
it definitely looks like in this picture that his pads were straight up. So the
Okay,
reason why I was
Does it
asking,
also-
go ahead.
shut your mouth, Tyler.
He's trying to get
Okay.
one concise thought.
No, is it also the fact that that's an era and it's a Domi disc? Do you
Say
think
that again?
It's
That's
an era
interesting.
and it's a Domi disc.
Yeah.
So
Shout
does it give that kind of like portrayal
Well,
because
Because
My-
you press into the corner of the disc, then I can see how that could be a problem.
what do you mean a problem?
Well, I
No,
can
Scott,
see
that's the
how.
preferred method to hold forehand and backhand the exact same way. I think.
His consistency across the.
I'm saying
Yeah.
if you're aiming
Yeah.
for,
I throw my forehands like this.
If you're not watching our video, you're cooked for this. But
listen, this
Hey,
was
this
supposed
is
to-
the reason we're in the top 20% of video podcasts.
That's
on
right.
Spotify, right? With these people are
That is
locked into
true.
the video on their commute.
This isn't a put a Corey on blast or being
No, the
too-
reason I had that whole like I can't stop thinking about this is because I constantly hear, oh, air bounce, air bounce, air bounce, even though I throw farther than the majority of all my friends.
Got 'em.
I hear
Tell 'em.
wobble all the time.
I've
Granted,
never-
a lot of times
never
it's from,
said anything about the wobble.
it's from
it's
Broad.
from me.
And
That
from Broad
that is a
and-
very sensitive like thing to say to somebody.
So
I
I'm
would
like,
never.
so I'm like, okay, is it? Well, then I was talking to Blitz about it.
Name
Because
dropping
he also
now. Keep going.
because he also has some wobble, and so we were talking about like how to fix that, how to hold it, and everything. And I sent him a clip of me throwing forehand with the Era, no wobble at all. It just
Mm.
happens to be Broad's stupid Metal Flake Ultra
Mm.
is a wobble magnet because it's probably
Yeah.
so gummy and stupid. Anyway,
It is
now you're telling
Crash
me
it
that
out.
I hold my disc weird.
Corey's
so
crashing out.
all three of those, I'm gonna go jump off a bridge.
No, all right.
There's a
So
good
I
one
feel like
available to jump off of.
I know I passed it already.
I feel like I now have to. Okay, so this is what I said. I sent Corey this picture and I said, interesting. And he said, what do you mean? I said, I have the pads of my fingers facing forward, not up. And he says, it's more in the corner crack that than it looks. Or something he's supposed to say, than it looks when I'm holding it. And then I told him, I'm not saying there's anything wrong. I'm just noticing the grip. And then it just kind of got left like that. And then he came back like a couple hours later, an hour or so later, and said, I don't like you. and And then he's like, "You got me thinking about my forehand." But no, the reason why, listen,
I did not say I don't like you.
no, he did not say that. He said something else. But no. Anyways, it just I was just thought it'd be funny to bring up tonight, just because everyone forehand is so unique. Like people grip it so many different ways. People do forehand motion with their legs, different like Sexton hops. Some people like do different things. So I just wanted to bring that up so I could just mind screw everybody on how they hold their forehand disc.
Because really,
Oh, you're
think
not going
about
to
that
change
for a little
this
bit.
ever.
No, and that's totally
I've done
fine.
all of them. I've done all of them, and the most convenient and easy to throw would be in the crack.
I
And I
think
know
if
that
you get more wrist snap, I think you eliminate the wobble.
in the crack.
He just
Now
likes
from
finger in the
this
crack.
angle, yeah, it might look like it's straight up, but it's not. It's just maybe I have weird fingers. I don't know.
This is super funny because I was just looking.
I
at
don't care if it's straight up though. I don't.
I was just looking at a video of Corey throwing his forehand and noticing he really does not have wobble in his forehand unless he is just ripping it as hard as possible or close to as hard as
Yeah.
possible. Which
Is
is
it a common theme
probably
that people are watching Corey's video and just really analyzing how he throws a disc?
No,
uh,
no. It's only because it's only because,
Mac.
No.
I have had the same exact thought. I've had the same exact thought, Mac. But
Hold on, we have to say what he said, Matt, because
I-
the people
yeah,
who
my
are
apologies.
listening. It says,
Mac
"I
said-
haven't had the heart to tell Corey that his torque flies less stable than mine on forehand because his forehands wobble."
That's why
course.
Tyler's is less stable too. Just kidding.
Well, it's just weird that
Just kidding.
I can throw my torque forehand like twice as far as Mac.
Oh my gosh! Now we're
But-
blasted.
Well,
but it
you're
must
getting
be because of the wobble, right?
Yeah, well, it literally will be because of the wobble because
Generates more
make
speed.
it'll make it turn and then come back versus a wobble-less forehand will make it go straight and then finish because a wobble-less should have more spin, and then you don't have as
Yeah,
much.
but that has
off-axis
nothing to
torque
do with distance. Distance is speed, power.
and spin rate.
I would
you're-
argue that a disc that works
It's a full flight.
a full flight more than like
Okay,
a
my
one-angle shot
question,
goes far.
my question is,
We got to get Corey and Mac out in a field and two tours.
Wait,
Oh,
guys,
I can
Let's
solve
put
this in
some-
no, my
30
question
seconds. We
is,
can solve this in 30 seconds.
if I can forehand this with no wobble, then obviously it has something to do with
your wrist. You have a good wrist snap
the
on your
amount of
on your
power
short
that I'm
ones.
putting on a forehand that I'm trying to really go for, which is why I'm throwing the Hellfire now, because it could literally withstand anything.
The reason why I caught that picture is because, again, to
You
make things
love me.
Yes, but to make things funny, I'd watch Corey's video or parts of Corey's video in half time, so I could hear slow motion, so I could laugh. And I just so happened during that
It's
shot
the
was
weirdest thing. You should keep that to yourself.
I do it with Taylor's video too.
I
Like I'll
sit
be
in
like,
a bubble
man.
bath.
no, I'm just like if I watch
Draw a
this
glass
in like
of wine, sit in the back. You know, watch
If I watch this in half time,
speed.
if I watch this in halftime, how funny would it be? And so, anyways, I was watching yours in halftime, and I just saw your hand because it was out in the camera for a long time, and I was like, "Wait a second, are you palm? Are you
Enhance?
pads
Enhance?
up?"
But the thing is that forehand that you paused it on, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure had no wobble, and it was like, if it didn't hit
And
that
was a
tree, it was going to be the
480-foot piss missile, bro. The thing was sent.
dude.
Hey, Corey,
if it didn't hit that tree, it would be the farthest forehand I would have ever done.
I just threw that in the live data analytics. Just threw that in the Tech Disc simulator. More wobble equals more distance according to Tech Disc, assuming your disc
Really?
doesn't roll over.
Okay, well then I'm really good
He
at
just
disc
throws
golf.
really far.
Yeah. Should we move
I'm
on?
really good at disc golf.
Hey,
I don't know
we
what
got
you
a
want
game
to
to play,
say.
and Matt's
Yeah.
got 6
Yeah.
minutes with us. So
You're good. I got a little extra time because
Also,
Kinda shuffle it up.
Mac has some things to say about Tech Disc, so
Ooh, fraudulent.
Mac
we'll
not
leave
wrong
that
with
in the
it.
Discord.
Fraudulent
All right.
data.
Taylor's House of Horrors. Let's get it.
All right. Who wants to go first?
Hold on. Do we have like 5 seconds?
Mac.
Oh, I
Tech-
thought he had
Tech-
something you wanted to say, but he's just out of here.
Mac,
Shout
Tech
out to
Disc
Mac
has
for buying a
changed my life.
hoodie.
Yeah, thank you, Mac. Tech Disc has changed my life, Mac. through my
We needed a DPP.
I have now beaten with a standstill my farthest ever throw with a full run up, 5-step
far?
run up. Isn't it tech disc? So I don't know. 46.7 miles an hour, so still slow. But that went from as hard as possible throwing a full run up versus
What did you
slow.
say?
He said,
I thought you said distance.
Oh no, I shouldn't have said distance if I did. Speed, spin.
Oh,
That's what I
okay.
thought
That
too.
was
That's
in-
why I was confused. It's like
I was like,
threw my
how far? You're
farthest
like
throw ever. It's
42
I don't know
miles
how
an
far
hour.
it went.
Uh,
You can't
far?
calculate how
Speed.
far that is.
The
I
math.
definitely can, but I can put it in and find out. But I can send it. My hardest throw was a full run up, throwing my heart out 46 miles an hour, and now I can stand still,
right.
throw that same distance.
Let's get this.
I'm
thing.
done with
Come
that,
on.
but I'll argue with you about that, Mac. We never argue about anything, so.
All
Can
right,
we
so
start talking about distance in miles per hour and not or feet per second?
All right, we got a game this week. Backed by popular demand. Last week we did the top 10 UDisc courses worldwide in 2024. Now we're getting regional. We're getting specific to some states, and we're testing our panelists' knowledge. So we have Matt pulled up first for Maryland. We've got the top 5 courses in Maryland for 2024. Matt's got 3 attempts to get these nailed down, to get these right.
Okay, let's make it quick. Turkey Hill is number 1, I think. For those watching, it's Millbrook Disc Golf Course, Ditto Farms, Lexington Manor, Turkey Hill, and Seneca Creek State Park. I have only played one of the 5 because they're all on the East Coast.
Millbrook is by where I live.
Ditto Farms is 3, I believe. It's either 3 or 4, but we'll run it at 3. Seneca Creek is at. Let's put Seneca Creek at 5.
How could you see the names of the courses on there?
I made it big screen for myself.
Wow.
I can increase this too. I can enhance. So.
Yeah, that would be goated. Seneca Creek is going at 5. Let's put Lexington Manor at 4, and let's put Millbrook at 2. I don't
I've
think
played
that's
it.
accurate,
I've
but-
played as Seneca. I just didn't put on UDisc.
All right, a solid first pass. Frick, did my thing go away to highlight this? It did.
Oh no!
Okay, hold on. We're good. We just had to de-enhance one time. So we got this.
Enhance.
We got this. We got this. Yeah. So I think your attempt 2 might go a little bit better here.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that was a pretty good starting.
Yeah,
So
solid first
Well,
round.
that's
I got
Solid
3 of
first
5.
round.
if you mess this one up, Matt.
Yes, I wonder where this is gonna go.
I've only played Ditto Farms, but yeah, there's a lot of pretty decent courses here. Okay, so obviously Lexington Manor and Seneca Creek are going to swap spots.
Good job, Matt.
Five,
Good
Seneca
job.
Creek.
Let's go. 2 attempts.
They all go
Current-
red.
Current world record holder is at 2 attempts. So hard line to beat.
Wow.
Our rest of our panelists
I'm
are going to have to
gonna
go
submit
clean
this
on
to
run
a-
1.
I'm going to submit this to world record. Top 5 courses not looking at the list of disc golf within your state.
I can't believe Millbrook is 2. Wow.
You just have nice courses in your area.
No, wait till you go, Matt. If you ever play Millbrook, you'll be like, "This is 2 in the state." The tee pads are garbage.
Oh, that stinks. I was hoping I was getting sent out to work that way so I could play some courses.
It's
but,
the only course in that county, kind of ish. There's another course out there named Scarborough that's really good, better than that course.
Nate?
What?
Nate Scarborough?
No.
Sorry, that was from Longest Yard.
Yeah, I know.
All right, next up we got Tyler and Delaware.
Oh boy. All right, let's see what we got. What are the courses?
We got Bellevue, Brandywine, Iron Hill, Killins, Pond State Park, and Beaver Branch Disc Golf Course.
Okay, Beaver Branch shouldn't count, but we're gonna run it, right? All right. Iron Hill is going to be 1.
Seems like a solid start.
Bellevue 2, Beaver Branch 3, Brandywine 4, Killins Pond 5.
I hate to tell
Is
everybody, we've got a
It's-
very similar situation here.
Oh my god.
Man, which ones did I get mixed up?
So we got this.
Oh, it was Bellevue and Beaver, wasn't it?
So yeah,
Yeah.
the 2 and the 3 spot for Tyler
Yeah.
switched. So
I couldn't remember if Bellevue and Beaver were. Anyways,
Oh, this sucks.
Corey's got a lot of pressure now. Got a lot of
Corey must
pressure
get
on this run.
so I want to make a comment about those rankings, though, real quick. If we
Yeah.
go back
Absolutely.
to Delaware. Okay.
We're frantically Googling right now.
So Iron Hill obviously is really good. Beaver Branch is a private course that almost no one ever gets a chance to go play at. So I haven't even played there. Bellevue is a little park course around an old racing track. It's not even that great of a course. Brandywine is like wide open, kind of a nice course. It's different. It's very hilly. Killen's Pond, I hear, is pretty cool. But there's one course on that list that I need to shout out if anyone from Delaware is going to watch this. There's a course called Green Ridge. The course quality is not the best, and it's hard to maneuver and get around, but it is the best, hardest course in Delaware. I'll say that much. So anyways, I had to do that real quick. I had to do it justice.
No, it's funny. I
Yeah,
was
it's-
talking to Mac about Alabama's top 5, and of course, by me is number 5. And I find it extraordinarily hard to believe that there are not better courses than that could take the 5 spot than the one for me. It is nice to have. It's a community that was very excited to have a disc golf course put in because the closest one to them beforehand was like 45 to an hour away, and I think that's why it's rated so well. But it is a park course. It is not a very hard park course.
Yeah. The rating of courses I'll never understand. I think just a lot of people get on UDisc and they just plaster a course
Yeah,
that they all like.
What do you
If you're
define a
young-
park course as?
Park course would be at a place where there's actually like playgrounds and stuff like that. And to me, a park course would be like a place where there's a bunch of random trees and the disc golf course is squished all together in this
Yeah.
area. That
I would
could
say
be
in my mind, a
considered
park
a
course
park.
is like the in between of a wooded course and an open course. So like it's not quite super open because there are trees and there are lines to hit, but it's also not what I would call wooded. Like it's just a little bit of both.
It's
Like,
like
typically,
it's the
I
place-
describe it as an easier course as well, like something that the holes are pretty short, kind of newer
Okay.
player friendly, that kind of thing.
it's the place where it's just open enough that you're like, oh, I could throw a distance driver here if I needed to.
So Bellevue, Brandywine, and Killen's Pond are all state parks. That too.
That's crazy.
Well, that's why I was asking, is because we have the metro parks have courses, but they
Yeah.
are like top tier courses.
Yeah.
Like
I don't
toboggan
think a
is
park
in
course
a
necessarily
metro
means
park.
the park course is bad. I
Yeah.
just
Right.
think it's kind of like
Right.
I think
I
it
know,
kind of gets
but it-
shoehorned as in it's not wooded and it's not open, so like it's kind of an in between.
Park course is kind of like that course you play in Chicago. I would think of that as a park course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's in a park area.
Because I
Right?
know a
That,
lot of people.
The course we
I,
played first in Charlotte, I would describe as a park course. Like that's a pretty good
Yeah.
example of a park
Yeah,
course.
I
A
could
little
see
on the
that.
wooded side for a park course, but there were definitely more
Yeah.
open holes.
I
that.
agree.
Gosh
There
dang,
you
that
go.
was a fun course.
Love that place. I would go
Yeah.
back and just play that course. I don't even know why the course was fun.
Also, there's another course in Delaware called Cape Henlopen, which is on the beach where you're literally playing on sand, and there's pine sand trees, beach trees everywhere. It's such a fun course. Underrated. Anyways,
All right, Corey, you ready to take the dub here and go first try?
I could try, or I can do what what Scott said and goose egg it.
dude, Corey
One of the
is
two.
sneaky,
One of the
so
two.
don't put him out.
Corey is a notable game winner, I'll say.
Yes.
This
That's
guy
true.
takes home
Yes.
some dubs.
Yep.
He's
Corey's
thinking
got
already.
Myers Broadway North, North Buff, Renegades Trail, Flip City Disc Golf Park, and Lake Arvesta Farms.
I've never heard Corey mention any of these places.
I don't know
never
why,
heard
but I kind of
of
want to go to Lake Arvesta Farms.
I was
That
gonna
sounds
say,
like a good place
like,
to play
ooh la
some
la,
disc
bro.
golf, bro.
Okay.
Renegades Trail is where the Q series was.
Hmm.
There's two courses. Renegades Trail is the better one.
Flip City Disc Golf. Oh my god.
Flip City at one point was, I don't know if it was number 1 in the country, but it was top 3 in the country or something like that.
Hmm.
Flip City.
It was something crazy. I don't think any of these are in the UP. The UP, I've played the UP. There's not that many courses are really fun in the UP, but there's not that many. Lake Arvesta's on the west side, and
I'm
it is
guessing that
really,
means
really nice.
Upper Peninsula.
We don't say that
Like-
down here. We say beanie.
All right, Corey, what's your guess here, brother?
No, if anybody would be a freak and say toboggan, it would be the UPers. I'm gonna say, shoot.
This is more pressure than I expected Corey to have.
I'm gonna say Flip City 1.
Okay.
Renegades Trail 2. Lake Arvesta 3. North Bluff 4 and Meyer 5.
Oh boy.
And I don't think any of those are right.
3 out of 5. Another 3 out of 5.
Are you kidding me?
So North Bluff.
We know our disc golf, boys. We know our disc golf.
I don't
North Bluff
know.
and Lake Arvesta were flipped. So this is 5,
Okay.
and then this is 2.
Good showing. Great showing, actually. Some would say.
Yeah, I knew Flip City was like top tier course. I haven't been there yet, but it sounds really fun. Renegades Trail I've played.
A little
Now-
less variation. I wish UDisc would give the states the top 10 as well. So
Now, if we did like 25-mile radius to where we live, I think that actually would be like pretty hard.
Yeah, because they're a lot smaller courses and
that would be
25
interesting.
mile.
Yeah, 25 miles.
That'd be
We have to do
fun.
25 miles because Matt has like
Yeah, I was gonna
one
say-
course.
I, say, I
That'd be
don't,
the
I don't know
only
if
way
I
I
have a top 5 in that radius. I think
I would have like a bunch.
Tyler would have.
Corey would too. but
I'm trying to think of what courses it would
I
be
could
though. It would be
come-
Cass, Northridge.
I could come.
Oh
on-
yeah, no, I could do a lot.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've got to be 25 miles from Toboggan. Not even.
W.
oh wow, we've
that
got.
was the game. Everybody
What
tied.
was the game?
Shout out.
What you got, Tyler? What are you saying here?
I was just saying in our chat. It just said tossing plastic just did Flip City. Looked meh. Wow.
Wow.
Was-
How
was it-
will Corey Kramer respond?
Was it his video or was it actually the course? Because I know the course doesn't look as good this time of year. And also, was it just the angles that he was throwing or like filming with? Because I know there's been times where
Get him.
Mac has filmed a hole that I've played, like it's literally down the street and I've played a dozen times. And I'm like, what course are you at?
Where is
And he
this
says
guy?
the name, and I'm like, I've literally never seen it from that angle. So it could just be that. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go play it.
Find out for yourself.
Well,
Good game.
that was a good game, Taylor. That was fun. We'll have to figure out what we're gonna do next time. But
Oh,
I
got
can't believe we
something.
all got it in 2 tries.
3 out of 5.
That was nuts.
Yeah, that actually is
Oh,
great.
it's because the angle is in the fairway, says Mac. So
Not used to that
that's
perspective.
tough.
we have got to quickly get to our live stream off the recorded coverage so we can get a response to that. So, anyways, if you're
Tyler,
listening
get ready
to us,
smack your microphone and bleep out.
oh, sorry,
I don't even know
gotta
what.
do it one time. Gotta do it one time, right? I didn't do it all night, so I had to do it at least once. And I'm trying not to speak so close and so loudly to my mic. So, if you're listening to us on Spotify, if you're watching us on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. You guys can also join our Discord. Go to one of our links in the bio somewhere and join our Discord. Our Discord has been popping off lately
Been having fun.
with discussions. So if you're watching this, please
Yeah, there's
come
only
join.
4 people in there, but it's
But we're
great
talking,
conversation.
Bro.
It's hundreds of messages. It's way too
Yeah.
many.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a ton of messages. So go check out our merch, do some of that stuff, and yeah, have a great night. See you later.
I guess.
Dude, he's so right.
It really was, man. That was so.
Boom.
Hey, boys, I feel like the off-season episodes are low-key popping.
Why
Come
are
on,
our
Ad.
season episodes
That was
better than
another-
our regular episodes?
That was another.
Because we don't
heater.
have
What'd you-
anything to. It's not
We're-
just like
All right,
here's a turn.
I gotta go pee-pee.
Okay.
Taylor,
I
what are
don't
you
know.
throwing? Or what do you got
Mac,
in your hand?
what
Is that
are
an
you
enigma?
talking about?
in your hand,
It's
Taylor?
because the angle is in the fairway. That doesn't even make sense.
He's
you
making
weirdo.
fun of you like hitting shots off the fairway or something. Taylor, are you spinning an enigma in your hand?
It's true.
What?
Oh, this is it.
Taylor's gone.
Oh, I'm back. I'm
Oh
back.
Corey,
yeah, we
you-
can't hear you.
We can't hear
No.
Taylor.
Hold on.
No Taylor.
Why does Taylor have a
Oh no, dude.
freaking Discraft or Discmania Enigma?
It's such a
But-
good story that I want to tell you.
It's a
Okay,
good
hold on,
disc,
my bad.
but
I wish I could
We
hear
can't
him.
hear you.
Yeah. I don't
Wait, no,
disagree
I
that
should
it
be
is. I
back.
just didn't know you were
can't
like
hear
that.
you.
I should be
Bro is
back. I
mute.
swear.
Bro's mic. Oh, we heard you for a second, maybe. And Taylor's gone.
No, I'm chilling. I'm in the
What
stream,
happened?
boys. Don't worry.
All right, I have to leave. If you're watching this live, I'm sorry I had to leave so quick. Another gas episode. Hey, we'll upload a video of me throwing a couple days from now. So,
Okay.
all right, bye.
Bye.
Bye, Matt.
Hey, I can hear you now.
Am I good?
Yeah, maybe it was just Matt.
No, my audio stuff messed up. It's such a good story on why I have this Enigma. I was excited to tell him.
Please tell me.
So one of my friends, I got into disc golf. We were playing a bunch together in like the first 2 weeks of ice, like the bug hitting, and he found an Enigma. The guy's name and numbers on here. I won't show it. Calls him, was like, "Hey, found this Enigma. Do you want it back?" And the guy's like, "No, I don't even live near there. Like, you can keep it. Like, have the Enigma." We go to play literally the next day at a different course. Find this Enigma. Same guy's name and number. So he doesn't call him. He texts, he's like, "Yo, we just found another Enigma. Like, same thing. Like, you just want to keep us?" He's like, "Yeah, I lose a lot of Enigmas." It's so funny. Just back-to-back days. We're just like... So he kept that one and let me keep this one. I've never thrown it, but I have it. But
That's
I grabbed
crazy.
off the shelf.
Honestly, I thought about like writing on the bottom.
I
like,
love the Enigma.
if you find this, it's yours. Happy birthday or something like that, and then just launching them into the woods.
Just send them.
Yeah, just whatever disc I have that I don't want anymore.
Anybody
I
in the
share
chat
something?
want to join the Video Ninja?
Yo,
Just hop
please
in
do.
real quick.
Please do,
So
Matt.
I
Get
can
in
put
here.
something in Matt's face. Putting Matt's like, that was gonna be bad. I was gonna say putting.
By the way,
Matt's
can I
logo,
like
but-
share this with you guys? Look at this. Can you read what that says? Or no?
That's
Mm, who
I don't want to.
So-
I don't want to show any more than that. But this is on my buddy's story.
that's
the
a little.
The book
What?
is called Dad's Little Pecker, a Christmas miracle.
Oh my gosh,
A Christmas miracle. Somebody gave that to my buddy's son.
That's incredible.
that's insane. I think I might unlist this video so I can send it to you guys.
Oh my god!
It's so stupid. It is the stupidest video. Like, I really think you'll be like, don't post this.
Yo, Mac out here just leaking it now
What?
in the chat. He said, "Is it the?"
Oh
breed?"
yeah, yeah.
Guys, 5 people noticed.
Dude, you're popping off.
I probably have so many friend requests on LinkedIn because people that I work with, and I just don't care. I don't. LinkedIn is not a social media.
No, but yeah, it's so annoying though. But yeah, it actually kind of is, but it's not.
He's got a point. No one would know what that means. Is it the breathing video?
Mac, do you have
It's
any
so
sponsorship
stupid.
announcements this week that we can leak?
Dude, come on. Can we just go like one segment without bringing that up?
Mac signed with Whale Sacks today. Everybody knows.
Oh my
Bit of announcement
gosh.
Of the pros.
Dude, I will say, my buddy Alex, the one that gave me these Prodigy discs, he went to the Prodigy headquarters or whatever. and
Warehouse.
walked through with Will. And Will showed him like a ton of new stuff. It's really nice.
Sick. I'm
So
about to be a
he
Prodigy
he
so
talked about
bad.
that on his interview with Stack of Sand, saying they opened up the warehouse and he met anyone who wanted to come.
Well, Alex is on Prodigy.
Okay, never mind. Special treatment, Alex. Got
It's
it.
also he also owns that shop, which is like he literally pulled these off of the shelf. He's like, "You want to throw some new Prodigy? It feels really good. Make a video and like handed it to me."
My mom
You
always
guys-
told me that good things would come to those who wait.
And we got banana bread.
And we got Prodigy Disc.
You guys want to all
This is nice.
drive to Dalton, Georgia, and go to the
Sure.
Just
Why
Dalton
drive?
from
We'll
Atlanta?
just- Corey and I will just fly in.
3 hours?
Oh, geez. Okay. What's it
It
close
may
to?
not be
then?
that far. It's like an
What's
hour south of Chattanooga.
So just fly into Chat. I flew into Chat
oh, no,
once.
it's an hour and a half from Atlanta. I lied. An hour and a half.
Oh. I'm not saying. Okay, so the reason I'm sad. Well, I'm not sad. I'm not sad.
Don't make me sad.
I'm not sad. It's the scheduling is getting really weird. So I'm trying to make sure that I take that Atlanta job. There's a possibility we might be able to meet in Atlanta and
But,
go down to
to Dalton.
Prodigy. Yeah. Maybe.
I think we should go there and just start filming and not anybody or tell them walking.
Walk in. Yeah. Walk in full cameras like
Us
this.
both with
Hey!
our phones out and each of our wireless mics hooked up to each other's phones.
Yo, Prodigy. What's up?
Where's the flashing at?
I'll show you Flash.
We'll
I
just
think
walk
that
out.
might
Do you
be
guys
like
beef?
my. That was going to be my other hot take that I actually legitimately forgot was I don't think flashing bothers me at all.
Depends. Like, I know Taylor really likes the Alpha.
Mhm.
Is that a disc?
Apollo.
The mid?
Of a company.
The Apollo, yeah, Apollo Alpha.
Hmm.
And I felt one at the Nashville disc golf store, and holy crap, was it the most dangerous thing I've ever put in my hand.
I've never felt a disc that had flashing bad enough that like I noticed it that much.
I feel
Maybe I'm
like it was the edge and the bottom of the rim.
Oh, both sides. Because I never really notice it bad when it's on like the parting line.
How do you cut off? Scott says I just cut it off. How do you cut that off?
I know people
guess you could
sand it.
Sand it. Yeah, that's what I was going
But
to
you
say.
you can get a deburr tool.
But Prodigy Disc are like good. Like I think they're the best amateur disc company.
I
is
think
what I would say.
Prodigy has the best mid ranges in disc golf.
Are you able to
That's
put
my
Shrek in Matt's spot?
I can.
Thank you. Because I just
Corey
see
is so bothered by the black pit.
well, I just keep reading the comments and I look
I was
over
hoping
and I'm
somebody
like,
was going to
Matt's
fill
not even
Matt's hole,
here.
man.
oh,
Wow.
But Shrek can. I
yeah.
gotta download a new Shrek pick.
Okay. I'm this close to just photoshopping Matt as Shrek.
Oh, this one's about to go so hard.
Is it the smile? Oh no,
It
it's
is.
not. What is that? It's so tiny. Oh, there it is.
It's coming. Don't worry.
What's up, Matt?
Saw, dude.
Somebody's got to fill Matt's hole, man.
Yeah.
Hey, it's gonna be Shrek.
If any of you did not know, Matt's never seen the movie Shrek. That's why we do Shrek.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have to work up the logistics for the pizza video. That's right. Mac was trying to suggest. All right, so we're doing.
So what is the?
Okay, so here's the thing. It's a pizza, a whole, and like, do we want to specify we just have to finish the slice by the end of the whole, or you have to eat it before you tee off?
I think that it should be no required slices. But like if you want to take a mulligan, like lowest score wins the challenge and there's a punishment for the loser. If you want to take a mulligan, you can take a mulligan at any time, but you have to eat a slice of pizza and finish it before you take
The
it.
whole point was to make Corey eat a whole, every slice, every whole though. But now I've been roped into this. And now I'm jeopardizing it all.
Yeah. I still have 2 slices. I'm not eating it.
So it's okay. So Mac does like what Taylor said.
Yeah, I think it just transformed a little bit into like a one-on
Okay.
challenge
Okay.
from the initial.
This way, I'm
video.
not actually dead by the end of Toboggan.
I mean, carrying 4 boxes of pizzas would be wild.
I know you might burn off the calories that you're consuming. You have to hold it like this too.
I would
We're going
consider
to eat
buying
a
a
whole lot of
just
pizza either
for this
way.
and then returning it after.
All right. Well, it'll definitely be more attainable if we just did. You can do a slice of pizza for a mulligan. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can use unlimited mulligans, but you have to eat a slice to gain that mulligan.
Okay. I'm fine with that. That's. I wouldn't say
We
no
could
problem.
we could honestly probably just walk around with one pizza.
I'm walking around with at least 2.
I think the funniest part will be like, because I can't say if it was
Walking
me, because
around with the
if I
pizza.
had 2 slices of pizza at any point in this golf
Me
round,
hiking around Iron Hill with 2 pizzas is actually funny in and of itself. Because sometimes I have to use my hands to climb.
I couldn't say if it was me because my lactose intolerance, I would be oozing liquids on like hole 2 if I had a slice of pizza while I was trying to play disc golf. But like the funniest part in my mind is like afterwards when we're watching the premieres of these videos and Corey's like, I should have known I slice of pizza for 3 in.
Oh, yeah.
I should have known.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think of like, okay, we're not doing Iron Hill toboggan?
No, so a course where you can shoot like 8 or 9 under pretty easily. So you said cast whatever, right?
We'll just call it Cass. Yeah.
Cast, and I
What's
would
the
go
best round
to.
you shot there?
I don't know. I don't know.
So there's a course near me called Tranquility, and that I shot 14 under at like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. I'll pull that up.
I disagree with the chat right now because they're talking about toppings. I, in my brain, do not think Little Caesars offers anything but a pepperoni pizza.
I just want to
Like
do
that
pepperoni.
just doesn't compute in my mind. That's all they have. I know that's
Yeah,
not
but-
true, but that's what I think.
Mike died and now it's gone to shit. He was the best. He was awesome.
I say all that to say that I think it's pepperoni hot.
It's the only thing I got. So the shorts for me is 5,100 feet, par 62.
51?
Just under 5,100 feet. And it's par 62. So you could also check the math if your par is different. Because it's obviously going to matter. And we can do par per feet.
That's for the shorts?
Yeah, I'll figure out par per feet right now, actually.
I
That's
would take par
82.
per feet content at any point.
Yeah, so 82.2 is par per feet for that course.
All right, hold on. How do you do it? Is
Oh, that's so
Feet-
sick, but I think it should be opposite.
feet divided
Scott.
by
Par.
I think
Okay.
the loser should have to buy or get a disc dyed with the Little Caesars logo that the winner can then bag as their trophy.
They have to bag.
Have
Or
to
I guess
bag it.
can. Or I don't know. Or maybe like
Like
they
make it
have
a
to-
disc that you would both throw, like get a pipeline and dye it with a Little Caesars dye. That would go so hard.
dude.
putter.
A- a
I do my
pie-
putter.
Dude, pipeline.
Oh my god. He's cooking.
Pizza.
So
Mine says 91.7.
pretty close.
Okay.
That's close enough.
That's the one
I
that
would legitimately
and,
want to
Mac
fly
were talking
to
about.
both Michigan and also Delaware, Pennsylvania, or wherever, and party for this so bad.
We call it tri-state area.
I just want to be just holding the pizza with the back just.
yeah.
Okay, so mulligan a
Oh,
slice.
okay. Hole 1 is the one that I've been trying to ace for the ace challenge. Yeah. So I
I
know
really
I could
thought somebody would ace, but
I could birdie that. Hole 2 I can birdie, but there's also a definite roll away possibility. Hole 3 I'm going to say no on the bird. I probably could, but It's a big it's a
You
big
could
boy.
just have supreme confidence and go without pizzas and just play your normal and be like Tyler with with unlimited volumes and just not eat anything.
Yeah, I could. There's a couple holes that I go for ace runs, and it always bites me because if I just like throw the shot to put it under the basket, it's like an automatic bird.
That is true, Mac. That is true. Should we keep them in a holding cell and everyone else gets to watch the premiere?
Yeah, you guys get to watch it together.
Like
but
you could
Corey
like,
and
obviously you
I-
can watch the
Or,
premiere, but
wait.
you can't be in the call. Like
side
Wait.
by side is what I thought we were gonna do.
Or should we make our own edits and then give all the footage to Taylor and make a super edit where it's like hole 1, hole 2, hole 2,
oh,
but it's
that
all
would be
one.
good. It's like one.
You know what I mean?
video,
That
the challenge.
way we're watching the yeah. Because then I could post mine.
Oh, that's
could post
so
Tyler's
sick,
on-
actually, yeah.
We could post Tyler's on UFB. I could
And
post
then
mine
I'll
on
make
my
the
channel.
combined.
You'll make the combined, and that's what we watch.
Wow.
I think that would be
So good.
really good.
And no one can say anything. No hints, no nothing.
Well, we would only know at the very end. Like,
yeah, so like
right.
Especially if it-
you would know your score, but you're watching like the other round like in tandem.
I
it
know,
would
but
be
like
neck and neck.
Yeah.
but like
it'd
I
be-
can't say anything, obviously.
Right.
The neutral third.
I really like
okay,
that.
okay. I just got a brain blast, brother. What if we?
Brain
I'm telling you, he's down. We reach out to Jason and get an NSH sponsorship. The pizza bowl disc, man. Make a stamp for the pizza challenge. Put that on an NSH disc.
We should also reach out to PiePan
Yeah.
because it makes sense.
This is turning into an event, man. It's about to
Oh
be-
man, I gotta buy a new tripod. That's my thing. I gotta.
I
get
can't
that
wait
quick.
for none of this to happen. Well, like,
Oh, it's happening. I
no,
mean,
no, not that. The whole sponsorship thing. Like, we're like, dude, we're
Oh.
gonna reach out to here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna get freaking helicopter, and like, none of it's gonna.
Helicopter.
It's just
I'm
gonna
get-
be too.
I'm getting flown in by F-18s, brother. Come
It's
on.
just gonna
I
be-
could make a helicopter happen.
It's just gonna be two sweaty dudes crying over pizza.
Yeah, we should make it so like somebody's there with us as well. Tripod.
Gotta have a witness.
Well, Mac will definitely be there for mine.
I need some laughter in the background or something like that. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
All right, when can I get this? Oh man,
About to say,
Overnight.
unfortunately, Amazon's about to
overnight,
be-
overnight. Because I on Friday I'm taking off, so okay. I think this is a good one. 62 inch.
Float in to eat 2 full-size pizzas and shoot 4 down.
That's
There's
actually
literally, I
funny.
think, only one. The heck was that, dude?
So I can pay $3 to get it tomorrow. No, wait, hold on. That's not true. Oh my gosh. They have no option to get it like Friday.
Do you have any like
Mac,
random
what-
store around you that would have a tripod?
I
What
just
is
broke my
the
tripod.
lowest? What's the number that would actually impress you, Mac?
I would also really like to see a similar challenge of Corey having a mulligan hole, but for a slice of pizza, and also just Mac playing straight up. See what happens.
So many.
That would be really funny.
Yeah, cash shorts.
At this point, I feel like we should just brand an entire YouTube channel that's literally just Little Caesars disc golf challenges. Like,
That would
just
be.
film all of these. That's like the niche of the channel.
Or just food challenge. But yeah, Little Caesars. How tall does this go? 71 inches.
Honestly, I can only picture 2 holes that I can't. Easily birdie.
Okay, when can I get this one? Friday or tomorrow? I guess do it tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a good conversation of like what are you comfortable shooting with if you're like on 18 or like the last like 4 or 5 holes and you're like, how many mulligans do I really need? What number am I shooting for to know that I Tyler's?
Yeah. There's only 2 holes that I can think of right now that I couldn't birdie straight up.
If you're on like hole 12 at like 6 down, you're like, shit, brother, I'm gonna have to eat some pizza right now, bro.
So the last time I played shorts at this course was like a couple weeks ago, and I shot my personal best, which I think was 13 under. I shot 14 under because I eagled the last hole.
Yeah.
But my average, or let's see, this is what I've shot at shorts at this course. So 14 under, 9 under, 8 under, 7
I should
under,
probably look.
13 under,
Mine's
9
garbage.
9 under. So I'm between like 7 under and 9 under primarily, with 2 rounds where I shot 13 and 14 under.
What scares me about Tyler is I feel like me and Tyler in disc golf are mentally the exact. Where if like things are competitive, Tyler turns up and turns into a different person, and I crumble.
Yeah. I lock in a little bit more, but if I'm out of it, I have a hard time staying in it sometimes. Yeah, shoot, I gotta check the weather for Friday too. That's a good point. He's
Wait, you're saying
Bro.
this Friday?
You're on hole
I'm
9.
I'm probably gonna film mine this Friday. You can film yours whenever.
Crap.
You don't have
You're
to
on hole
film
9
yours
and Corey's
now.
like,
Well, I
Matt,
can't because
I need you to
I
go,
land
bro.
at like 7:30.
We don't have to film at the same time, but yeah, I mean that is true. Like the weather effects will be it's gonna be tough. Swedesboro. Swedes.
You guys should get one of those like little carrier bags at the
Friday.
Just a second Squatch lore
Yes. This is
filled
my-
with
this is my pizza bag.
pizza. Just filled with pizza.
Friday high of 42 and 10 mile an hour wind and less.
Oh
8
no,
mile.
it's definitely going to be after that, Mac. Oh,
Hey, this is
God.
my friend Corey. Can you carry around these pizzas for him?
Oh, there's no introduction. We know each other.
I'm not actually. I can't even guarantee I'm gonna film Friday, but I really want to because I don't know when I'm gonna get a chance to get out again for a while.
This might end up being a spring thing.
It doesn't have to be now. Could be extra
It's
time
gonna-
to work
like-
on sponsorships.
I don't know if you realize this. I live in Michigan. Weather's terrible right now.
Yep.
It's either under 20 degrees or snowing or raining. So
The only problem is that
All
we've
of
got
the
so
above.
much. We've got so much hype for this right now. We got to rehype it.
fine.
We got to rehype it again.
You think we can forget about this and then come back and say like, "Hey, is this not hype anymore? We're gonna
It doesn't sound
do the
fun
same
anymore.
thing." Yeah, I'm over it. Freaking Little Caesar sucks.
No, I'll crush some Caesars, man. That's not a problem.
I wonder if I can talk to Little Caesars HQ.
Man, man.
This video is sponsored by the Detroit Red Wings.
Speaking of Red Wings, the Flyers and Red Wings were playing tonight.
I don't want to talk about the Red Wings right now.
Flyers.
It's like as soon as the
Oh
Lions
my
became
gosh.
good, the Wings took a crap.
Yeah. Wings won 6-4.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know we could do that anymore.
You guys are almost 500. You guys scored 3 goals in the second period. Oh my gosh.
This thing's so fun.
H5.
It's the perfect amount of flip. It almost looks like your F3.
H's or 9s?
Not me. Mine's blue.
No, I meant the flight. Like the way it was like.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, why the heck you lying?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about David right now. Okay,
Hey,
I'm
that's
still
so
sad.
good for me, man.
I'm still sad.
As a we're up huge.
You freaking fantasy football idiots.
Hey, listen, I've got opportunities to win 2 leagues right now, and one of my
Cool,
leagues
dude.
is big money.
Wow.
I went
Huge.
14. I went 13-1 in one of my leagues.
Cool. That's so crazy.
I know, dude. I don't know where the F3 is currently.
I think it's hilarious that Tyler thought I was in like the championship for my disc.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Wait, what?
This is my favorite football league.
Yeah, I'm not as excited anymore, but it's
I
all
tried
right.
to get
I'm
my
still-
friends to play fantasy disc golf once, and they didn't want to do it.
There's the F3.
And that thing's not in your bag. Despicable.
No, I'm afraid of losing it.
I have an idea for a video that I'm gonna make, but it also terrifies me to make. I'm gonna do the super niche or popular right now, most
So good.
expensive infinite disc bag I can make. So just all really hard to find that people love. And if
yeah.
I lose any of those, I might cry.
Hey.
Is what it
Dude,
is.
my buddy, I don't know how he got his hand. Well, actually, I do know. He used to own a disc
Yo.
golf shop. And
Sorry.
what?
I was gonna say we should do an unfinished business fantasy disc golf league with the boys.
I just saw Max say that. Corey could not keep up with that. Come on.
I believe in him.
I could barely keep up with the challenges that we come up with ourselves.
Believe in.
I would rather go disc golf than worry about freaking someone not shooting a certain round on the other side of the country.
I feel like our points system worked pretty well with our picks.
Oh yeah, I
because-
wasn't saying we shouldn't do that. I guess
Yeah.
more as like a something we can run. One of the have an unfinished business league. I know it would take some work to set up, but like the Upshot does a similar points thing to we do, where you like pick the winners, but they also have it as like a community thing. Submit your picks and centralize.
Yeah.
We try to set something like that.
If it's just picks, then I'd be down.
Yeah, I think we should do picks, but also open it to like the disc.
Well, yeah. Are we allowed
We'd
to?
have to change the format though, because then
Yeah.
multiple people could pick multiple people, I guess.
So it'd just be foundation.
It would be fun if somebody did a value system one where like you got a certain amount of money and each player had a certain value, so you couldn't just all pick the best players. Like I think that's the best way to go. But I don't know if somebody could change the value per week.
That's well, I think
Well, yeah, it would
what
just
is the
be
one-
their
what is
rating.
Johnny's JVD's is based on rating.
It would be rating.
Well, we could go by UDisc probability back in the day, but
Shout out, UDisc is going to work with the Go Throw Tour and make.
wow, that could be a game changer.
You know who I hate their graphics
Oh no.
and their editing?
Oh no.
Ace Run Pro sucks.
Oh no.
I was watching one of their videos and it's just bad.
Oh no.
Shout out Ace Run Pro. Got some fundraiser stamps on Infinite Disc.
Yeah. Like even just their like ads. You know how like Jomez will do their own Jomez ads and stuff like that? Or Discraft will throw an ad in there or something. The Ace Run, they're just at first it was okay, so it was a Squatch commercial, but it was Ace Run's Squatch commercial. And it was just really, really bad.
I'm going to say this on the podcast. I texted this to Corey, but I threw my torque in my league round, and somebody came up and said, wow, that disc looked really, really cool. Oh, some unfinished business needle mover merch would be Incredible.
Yep.
Little needle mover T-shirt.
Should I throw that on the merch?
Yes.
Or do you
Just
think
do
Matt's
I
it.
should make a
listening?
needle mover graphic.
Just do it.
Okay.
You guys aren't ready, man, for what Corey cooked up. I've been saying it. I just actually have to make videos and do the thing, but you guys aren't ready.
I just hope it's not just us hyping it.
Logo sick.
Because there totally could be just us.
All I've been doing is hearing about this for months.
Yeah.
No, this one's only like a couple weeks.
Hmm.
You guys want to see it? Should I sneak peek?
I mean,
Oh, I also got to get you the font too.
oh wow.
Hard to
I
see on my
like
phone.
how Tyler
I like-
was.
What'd you say?
Oh wow!
Wow. So sick.
Purple and blue. I like it.
It's hard to tell what makes it so good, but it's Saturn.
Yeah, I also got to get you the font too of like the cut
Hmm.
letters. The cut letters is cool.
Yeah, it's kind of the sickest thing I've ever seen.
Stop! It's not. It's not even good.
Trash.
Talking new logos, new intros.
Does anybody watch
new
the Foundation
dates.
Putting League?
Nope.
I tried and it was just kind of boring. Very
We-
nice, very clean, very demure.
My
We
putting
got it.
streams are so much better than
I might rip that idea from you and start doing
you
that.
guys can come watch me get sexually harassed live.
Yeah, every time.
Pretty wild. Oh, I think I'm gonna play a course tomorrow.
And you have full permission to rip that idea from me as long as at some point we do one together. We go live together.
Yeah, I gotta clean up my garage.
Somebody commented on one of mine 3 weeks after I even streamed it and said clean up your garage. Pissed me off.
I actually do need to clean up my garage though.
Oh, I do too.
Most of my but most of it's not my stuff. It's
I
like
don't need a
family
YouTube
members. Is
comment
like
about it, man.
most of it's my family. Is like, can I put this
Yeah.
lawnmower here for a week? And it's been like 6 months. I think tomorrow I'm going to play Freeman Lake Park in Elizabethton.
What course up there? Probably pretty far from. I guess they're on like Shepherd.
That's where I am.
Why did I say Shepherd? That's in my brain from when you sent that picture. Over by hold on. It's LaGrange. Not that one, no. Where is it? Shelbyville is what I'm. Holy shit. It's literally just called Ryan's
Shelbyville.
course. It's this kid put it in for an Eagle Scout project, but it looks so good.
Where's Shelbyville?
Like East Boston.
Oh, I see it. Red Orchard Park.
Sir.
I wonder how far that is from me right now.
Never played it, but it just looks incredible.
It's 37 minutes away.
That's not that far.
No.
Yeah,
Certified
Matt would be like, oh, it's only 2.5 hours. That's not far.
That's not bad at all.
Like,
Yeah,
what?
that's crazy.
I don't know if it's actually good. It just looks.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to play it this time. It does look good, like the photos. Real nice. Dude, I need Garden City to be put in.
Magic City.
Because I just want my T signs to be a thing. Because I feel like I did a really good job.
I bet you did.
Yeah. Oh, look up Freeman Lake Park. And then go to the fourth picture.
Ito.
Elizabethtown.
Ito. Incredible.
Spencer Disc Golf 4 months ago.
What?
Looks kind of nice though.
I'm on
Outside of
YouTube,
the
and that's
release
the
date.
channel I just clicked on.
Oh, I was just talking about on UDisc.
Yeah, it's just
I
a
know.
sign with a bunch of like police tape on it.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Is that not what you're talking about? The one with the caution tape?
Oh, no. The fourth picture should be the water hole. Like you throw over the lake.
Oh, that does look sick. That's the second picture for me. The fourth picture for me is
Oh.
actually the course sign.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know how to count.
Yeah, the course sign's really funny. It says like due to COVID, you're not allowed. And
Don't
then
play here.
the sign has caution tape, but there's nothing around it to stop you to like
Like
It's really
actually do anything.
Yeah. Corey did a video a
That's
while
good.
back that you might like to do. I made my Dream 18 course out of holes on courses local to me, and then I'd have to think about that because I don't know
It's a lot
my
of work.
Dream 18. Not really, because I guarantee you at least 3 of them are at the same location.
I'm really trying to commit to when I go home for Christmas filming on the course that like I learned on the first day. I'm gonna do it every year, and then
I have a challenge I have to do in June. I think it's June. It's going to be very hard. I want to do a double ace on the hole that I got my first ace on. But I want to do backhand, and then while it's still in the air, throw the forehand. Yeah.
that'd be
I
sick.
need a lot of chicanes. I have zones, but I want to do it with the chicane because then it's like, yeah. So
Ads for
yeah.
all right, fellas.
Yeah. All right. Later, everybody. Thanks for joining. Open
Yep.
road.
Needle mover.
Needle mover.
Move the needle.
Never forget.
Okay, do you got? I don't understand why Matt doesn't like
Yeah,
that.
no.
I don't get
But
the
it was so
concept
close.
of like. Does he not know? I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, his hasn't developed yet.
Well, it's gonna have to soon. Oh, it's just us. That's weird. Bye.
Bye.